So we're going to get rolling here in just a moment. Alright, hello everybody, if anybody's on yet. Doesn't look like anyone's on yet, so we'll just wait for a couple more minutes. I forgot to punch in the Stanley Cup playoff bracket last episode, so that's something I gotta do here nice and quick. And then we will get rolling. Alright, we got one viewer on, so hello, whoever has just tuned into the stream. We are gonna get rolling here in a few minutes. Is today the playoff push? It might be. It might be. I'm gonna say probably not quite, but we'll see, Lemaire. We'll see. Should be a fun time for sure. But yeah, we're gonna have to just hold off a little bit longer on what I'm assuming is going to be the playoff push, as we are still missing some depth pieces. But once those depth pieces do start to come through, then we're gonna actually have a force on our hands here. So, oh man, after everything Philly went through, as far as crushing it in the regular season, they lost in 5 to the Ottawa Senators. Oh man, that one's got a sting. All right. Just totally missed that last episode. Okay. How are we looking here? Still just one viewer? All right, well, we will just continue to hold off. I gotta believe, yeah, the problem right now, Lemaire, is if I believe, then our team just absolutely tanks it. So that's the one thing where I'm like, I don't know if I quite trust this team yet. We're getting close, but there are a few issues still that just exist that we haven't solved yet, which, time will solve those. It's not going to take that much longer, but for me right now, it's a combination of depth, as far as our third and fourth lines just aren't quite there yet. We probably need 80, everybody to be anywhere between 81 to 84 in our depth range for us to actually be really competitive. And when our top players, like some of our top players, are only like 83, 84 rated, there's still some growing to do there, of course. And then, of course, the goaltending's not there yet. There's no chance that our goaltending is good enough to win us a championship yet. But, give us some time. Give us some time on that. We're working on the development. I should probably just go and hire a goalie coach. That would probably be the smartest thing to do. So let's go look at that. Because, yeah, if we can hire a good goalie coach, then maybe we'll be better off. There's only like 3. Great. Who's got the best teaching? A-, B-, B. Alright, well, we're going with Harper then. Oh, we don't have a lot of coaching budget remaining. That kind of sucks. Okay. You know what? Let's offer that role. Maybe we'll go and fire off a coach. But welcome anybody else that's in the stream. We're still just kind of chilling here, waiting for more people to show up. Once more people start showing up, then we'll get rolling here. But yeah, right now we're probably just firing off a coach because C- rated coach. We don't really need. Well, to be fair, Ludeman we don't really need either. Like, yes, well, he is a generalist and he's done okay. I would say that, he was a lot better with Anaheim, if I'm being completely honest. So he does have a 100% win record the 1 year with Newfoundland, but what other types of coaches do we have in here? We do have quite a few A+ rated coaches. So maybe that's something we look at here. Dorian Christensen isn't any better than our current head coach. Yeah, so that's fine. We'll just have to hold off and wait for a little bit longer. Corso's actually not bad, though. Like, he's going to take a little bit longer. All right, we got 4, 5, 6 viewers in here. All right, we're going to get rolling here. So welcome, everybody that is in the stream. We're going to get rolling here in just a moment. I'm going to do my intro and everything, and then we will get started. So yeah, right now we're just working our way through some coaching staff issues, errors, things that might actually help our team get better in the near future. But I am just gonna fire off this coach because we don't really need 2 forward coaches, so that's why we're making that decision. And then we're going to just wait for a couple days here as far as do we even have any money, really? We got $22 million in cap space, so we have to sign at least one more cap filler contract. So that's what we're going to do here, but let's get started here in 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanius here. Welcome to episode 15 of the edited version of this NHL 24 Draft Acquire franchise mode. Of course, we are in live stream number 8 now on the live side of things, so with all the live chat that you'll see on screen. Vendetta, welcome, and everybody else that's in the stream, welcome. We're getting into it today. Today's live stream episode is, of course, titled Further Development, so we're going to see if we can really push our team into that potential competing position here over the next season or 2. But today we're really going through making sure we have, the right coaching staff signed, that we're working on progress in the areas that we need it, especially with like goaltending and things like that. So we'll have to wait and see. But as we look a little further on, there are a few players in here that we could potentially sign. We can't sign Wayne Weidman as he was drafted by the Arizona Coyotes. But apart from that, it doesn't hurt to keep an eye out on these guys because sometimes there's a really high-end player in here that you just don't expect. It doesn't happen very often, if at all, but every now and then there'll be like an 80-rated 20-year-old that clears the draft. And you'll just be sitting there like, what? How? Like, all right, so Kapitanov even got drafted, so we're not going for any of those guys. Grizzly got drafted. Yep. All right. I guess we'll just go with like the highest rated undrafted player that's available. I guess we did throw Logan O'Connor a contract. I forgot about that. So we will do Logan O'Connor as that other cap filler. I believe he's the only player left. I already forgot from yesterday. That's great. All right, so Yarrow Harper didn't sign, so we're going to want to go and sign him. So let's go try that again because we do need a goalie coach in here that can actually grow our goalies, so that is what we are trying to go for. Tucker Hughes only has A- teaching. That's not particularly spectacular. We're going to offer you an NHL assistant coach position and offer you way more money than you would expect there, Roman Spacek. Just simply because he's got an A-rated teaching category, which I think is going to help a lot. So I don't see why he wouldn't sign that, but we will, of course, offer Yarrow Harper a better contract as well and see which one takes it. But yeah, it's going to really just come down to which player wants it. All right, so we get Logan O'Connor for that, whatever we signed him for, 18 or 19 million. All right, looks like Spacek signs. And we do get an extension there with Kari Teravainen. That was $5 million that we did sign last episode. And we get Michael Misa for $7.075 million for the next 8 seasons. So I think long term it's going to be a good contract. Yeah, that was a tough loss last night, Braden. Like that was hard to watch. If I'm being completely honest, it was hard to watch because the Rangers didn't play a particularly bad game. Florida just kind of locked it down in the end, which that's kind of typical of the Panthers if they get a lead at all. And yeah, all right. So looking through the rest of the system here, we got a few. Yeah, that it happens to pretty much everybody, I would say, where at some point your player's going to knock the puck into his own net and you can't do anything. Yeah, I don't know what Lafreniere was doing. Yeah, I don't know. I would say Ian Cole had a much nicer tip. It looked a lot more intentional in Game 2 of the Edmonton-Vancouver series, where he just fully moved his stick, redirected it straight into the net, kind of thing. But, anyways, now that we have some coaching setup done, we're not gonna sign Yarrow Harper. We're not really worried about that. But yeah, looking at the overall coaching staff, it might not look the strongest right now, but we are relying heavily on teaching to get the job done and really get our players going. So what we're going to do here is we are going to take not Yarrow Harper, we're going to take Roman Spacek, and we are going to demote him just to the goalie coach, because then that way we can go and sign a defensive coach as an assistant that has very good teaching. And then by doing that, we improve our chances of our defensemen developing well. So all right, doesn't look like there's a whole lot of defensemen there, so maybe we go down to associate coaches or something. See if anybody's got an A-rated or close to an A-rated teaching stat. Not looking particularly. Yeah, that's not looking particularly good. Yeah. Number should be 07. Ian Cole, the double agent. All right, out of all these defenseman coaches, I think we should probably go with... We want to have the highest teaching available, so there's a couple B's in there. We're going to do this one. Andrei Machovsky. But we're going to sign him as an NHL assistant coach, offer him a bit of extra money, and hopefully he will take that. So that's what we're trying to do there for getting one additional coach into the system, which will then help all of our defensemen grow, because they grew all right. Boom, we get them. Awesome. And okay, I think we are good to sim all the way up to the next season now. Yeah, there's just nothing else to really wait for. All right, big trade between the Blue Jackets and Islanders. That's a new one. All right. And we cannot make a trade. That's just not going to happen. I don't know why teams are trying to trade for our picks when obviously we haven't traded a single one of our picks yet. Maselli and Toropchenko to the Rangers in exchange for 2 seconds. That's a pretty solid deal for the Rangers. My goodness. We're not trading. My goodness. My goodness. All right. Get this. What's going on here? Get all the wants off the board too. That'll probably help. And okay, into the next season here, guys. We're now looking at 35% of the tickets sold after that last season. It was much better than last year. And the Growlers are slowly and steadily progressing back towards competition in the NHL. So for our owner goals this year, we are looking at pretty much nothing again. We're a conservative seller. Focus on the goals we've set. So we're trying to get 27 sellouts. That's tough. Earn 90% of expected profit of $7.3 million, and concession needs to be upgraded by 1 level. That's easy. Okay, so here we are this year. Let's take a look at the lineup. And nice. Michael Misa is 89 rated. Looking very solid. And did we see any additional X Factors develop? It doesn't look like it. I thought for sure Belchets would get an additional X Factor, but I guess not. So yeah, we'll be putting him there, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, we're not really gonna make too many changes. Ooh, it was Timonen. Timonen grew to 83 overall, so that's very nice. We will put him as 4th line. Do we put him as 4th line center? Maybe not. If we swap the lines around a little bit, we get a slightly additional chemistry. Not much, but a little bit. And alright, Sherwood would actually be a very nice 3rd line forward, so that's probably where we're going to put him. Move O'Connor over to the right. Harconi there. Try Sherwood. All good, peaceful. We didn't win the lottery anyways yesterday, as we finished 12th worst record in the league, so we really didn't have much of a shot, but I appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting year this year. I think this is probably the year where we slap... Ooh, did we get any? No, we got no additional X Factors on those guys, but I think this is the year where maybe we slap Landon DuPont on the top pairing, simply because he's only 1 rating lower than Levshinov, and having those guys together, or having DuPont on the top pairing, is going to lead to better progression this year. I think that's the play. So, all right, we'll go with that for now. Let's see how the minor league's looking. Do we have anybody that's looking crazy? We've got Pat Archer, which, you know, of course, we are going to have to go and add the Archer celebration onto him. I think that is warranted at this point. We're also going to throw Savan up a little higher in the lineup. We got Kuiper down there. Anybody else? Caden Sanchez is 76 rated and we're not playing him. What are we doing? What are we actually doing? Okay, so Sanchez is getting the start this year. There's no doubt about that in my mind. He's almost good enough to be an NHL goalie for us. That's how bad our goalies are. Okay. Good comment there, Vendetta. I like the input. That's why I talk about it and ask you guys questions about it. But even though Pat Archer doesn't really fit the top pairing all that, or top line all that great, we are going to leave him there because I think he's going to develop nicely, and we will have to go and get him the Archer celebration here in just a moment. But is he pinch and shoot? Yeah, he is. Okay, so that kind of sucks. Jord Kirka, unfortunately, is a pinch and shoot defenseman rather than a pinch and cycle defenseman. I guess him and George's both are, so that probably lands them more in the lower pairing status on our team, since we are playing mainly a pinch and cycle system in the NHL. If you look at it, we are going to give Pentakainen 1 more year to really just torch the AHL, and then we will throw him up in the NHL, because I get the feeling he is capable of doing that. These lines look okay. There's nothing crazy about them, but you know, they'll be fine. And then yeah, we are gonna leave Levshinov up there, and we're gonna hope that both of these guys can score like crazy this year. So the thing I might do is put both of them on the power play. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be the right play, is just aim to have the best power play in the league by having DuPont and Levshinov on one pairing here. I think that's the right play. So we'll keep that. And then Holloway gets decent chemistry, but nobody else really does. Yeah, it's Healy and Teravainen just don't quite fit the power play, so that is what it is. It could be worse, but it could obviously be better too. Okay, Sean Walker definitely does not fit. Let's try Timonen. Nope, Timonen does not fit either. That stinks. All right. What I'm thinking is maybe we try doing something a little more along the lines of changing it up in some way. Either we have Belchets or Vasiliev or somebody here in this other position just to improve this lineup. But yeah, I don't know. Do we keep Vasiliev out there for all power play minutes? That might not be a bad idea, actually. Even though, for whatever reason, he also just doesn't get good chemistry. That's okay. That doesn't make sense, but whatever. Yeah, the only other way would be if we swapped Holloway, and I'm not willing to play Holloway over Levshunov and DuPont at this point, so you think DuPont can get up to 92 on the second pair? That's awesome. That's why I like your guys' feedback and input. What we are going to do here is on 4-on-4 we'll make the switch. So we'll do Levshunov can play second pair 4-on-4, and then we'll have a nice spread here because then Holloway comes out. We put Levshunov in. That immediately improves chemistry, and then we can also throw who else do we want to do? Healy, probably. Yeah, that looks nice. So yeah, we'll keep it like that. Yeah, that's going to be fine for 4-on-4 because then you have the +5 starting unit with 2 D-man, and then you have the second unit with just 1 defenseman but two big power forwards. So, all right, that's going to be good. There's the PK. Honestly, the PK actually looks really good this year. It's looked way worse in the past, and I am actually kind of impressed that it's not horrendous this year. So, do we want to play? I think we want to go Zamula here. That didn't change anything at all. We'll go Walker with Coughlin. Yeah, that should be good. Then instead of Vasiliev, maybe we go with like I don't know, Kiefer Sherwood or somebody there instead. Yeah, that's better. It's immediately better. So it kind of just stinks that Timonen's a two-way forward and doesn't fit that setup really. So, okay, that's our PK. As far as extra lines go, it's really just going to be all the top players playing together, which extra lines don't really matter because why? Okay, hold on. Hold on. We can do Misa and Vasiliev, that's fine, but why isn't Belchets on our, he's by far the second best player on our team, but then he's getting third pairing minutes for some reason? What? How does that make any sense? So we'll do that, and then over Lizotte, I'm definitely going to go, well, we're not going to go Timonen this year, we're going to go Tuzolino. As one of these guys has to have, nope, neither of them have decent faceoffs. All right, does anybody have decent faceoffs in our extra lines as a secondary player? Belchet 65. Teravainen only has 68 faceoffs. Okay, so I don't feel quite so bad about that. What we could actually do is maybe we go, I'm thinking maybe we do Vasiliev and Belchets as the top pair, and then we go Misa and Healy, and then yeah, okay. So we'll do Vasiliev, Belchez, then we'll do Misa and Healy. And then to end it off, we'll do, because Healy can shoot the puck as well. That's the other thing, is he's got a heck of a shot as well. And then finally we'll do Tuzolino and Teravainen. And that'll be our kind of three-player setup for 4-on-4. For 3-on-3, going to be pretty much the same thing, I think. Is we'll keep Vasiliev and Belchets together because they can both just score. I'm going to put DuPont as the number 1 D-man, though. That's the only switch I'm going to do, is switch up the special teams a little bit. So then, of course, Levshunov will be the number 2 guy. And then we'll do Misa here again. Exactly the same setup, just a slightly different combo. And then all of these players are getting changed. So Teravainen goes here. Sean Walker, well, he is our 4th best defenseman. He's not our 3rd best defenseman. That's where Weston Holloway should play. And then again, we'll do Tuzolino because we really need Wade Tuzolino to kind of crank out a good season here. He had yet to really take off and run with it. Like 56 points, great year, but he was on pace to beat that and got injured. So that really stunk last year. So hopefully we'll see an improvement from that. We are going to do Belchets, and then I'm going to do Healy as the other extra attacker just simply because they never play together really. So, and all right. Puck skill's good on everybody. Yes, okay, that's all that really matters for the shootout. Okay, so that's the team. We're ready to roll with the lines now, and now we get to do the scouting, and of course, captaincy is the one other thing, and we have... Ooh, interesting. I don't think we're giving Belchets the other alternate. So, really, guys, for me, with the alternate captaincy, it comes down to, yes, we have Levshinov, and yes, we have Vasilyev already. We don't have Jonathan Marchessault in the team anymore, so now the third A is up for debate. So I need your guys' opinion as far as who is getting the next alternate captaincy. Is it going to be Andy Healy? Is it going to be Michael Misa? Is it going to be Landon DuPont? Is it going to, like, who are we naming the other alternate captain here? I would love your guys' feedback in the chat. So for now, we're going to leave that. We can't just go through without naming another alternate. Okay. Well, then I guess we'll go with long-tenured Igor Zamula for now. No, I'm kidding. We'll go Sean Walker for now, but obviously we're not going to keep that. Who's going to be the next alternate, guys? Let me know in the comments. All right. Assistant Captain DuPont. All right. So he got one vote for DuPont. What's the rest of the chat thinking here? Because I would love to hear. And all right, here's the first peek at the draft class. We're supposedly ranked bottom 4 still. Did we get an elite at 12th overall? We did not, but we got a sniper. So here's who we got. Peaceful. I will actually, we haven't actually gone and looked at him yet, so I will go and show you him right now. We could have gotten an elite. There was an opportunity for it, but it was another playmaking center that was 3 years out and needed development and all these things versus... We went out instead and got this guy right here, Pat Archer. So he was 12th overall. Not a super crazy player, but he's a sniper that can play both wings, which is exactly what we were looking for. And 75 rated. He looks really good. He's going to be number 95. He's got the black tape job. I like that. All right, seems to be mainly a CCM guy, but I'm going to give him the Warrior gloves because I really do like how the Warrior gloves look together with the stick and everything. So I'll go like that. But yeah, we passed up on like a 63 overall medium elite playmaker at center. So I kind of figured that, well, not that I kind of figured, but I negotiated with the whole chat as far as, yeah, he's a fast sniper, exactly. But we have to give him, wherever it is, we have to give him the Archer celebration. I think that is very fitting. So yeah, Pat Archer is the Archer. And then he's got no beard currently, but we're going to give him the... You know what? Let's give him... We'll just give him the patchy beard for now. Keep the color the same in light brown, and then, of course, it'll be full-blown once we're in the playoffs. But, yeah, that's Pat Archer. So he's the newest... Of course, we have to give him the Archer celebration. He's going to be a beauty for this team in the future. So I think that was very fitting. And okay, so yeah, taking that first look at the draft class here this year. Some top wingers this year, which is nice. That's something we haven't really had in the past, so it's a big change up from previous years. And for goalies, Zarkov seems to be the best, even though he is going to be a 19-year-old goalie. But at the same time, he has grown drastically from one year to the next as far as jumping from 393 all the way up to 59. We'll keep that in mind. So let's get to the scouting now, and then we will get into the calendar sim and everything else. But that is our team's current state. Oh my goodness, there is a lot of Russians this year. A lot more than previous years, that's for sure. Alright, so we'll go up to the 30th, preferably. And it did the weird swapperoo again. Okay. I get the feeling this is going to be a really good draft this year. I just have that feeling. Like, it's something about it, just with where players are at and how many 19-year-olds there are and things like that from what I'm seeing so far. I just have that feeling it's going to be a really good draft year this year. I don't know why, but I just have that feeling. So a lot of Liga players too. Oh, that's tough, Peaceful. Yeesh. It was funny though, because when we were sitting there like leading up to the draft lottery, I'm like, well, Peaceful isn't in the stream today, so maybe we'll win from the 12th overall spot. Didn't happen, but all good. That just really does stink that you have that big a power outage. I've had power outages not at home so much like that. I think I've had one, and it only lasted like an hour or two because the guy hit a power pole, so they got the power pole prop back up right away. Like, it didn't take very long. But I was at work 2-3 weeks ago now, and it was like a Saturday morning shift too. Like, it was just such a random shift, and somebody backed their car into the power generator behind our building in the alleyway, knocked the power out for like, oh, it must have been for like 9 hours, 10 hours, something like that. And like we left, like I left and went home after that within like an hour because we were running cash transactions that were like all paper. It was brutal. It was just brutal. So yeah, you know what, it happens from time to time where there's just some kind of freak accident or weird thing that happens and it knocks all the power out. But you know, hopefully that just, knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen here in any way, shape, or form, because of course we're hosting a live stream, so we don't want all you guys to lose out on the live stream. So too bad the boys are gonna make the playoffs this year. Yeah, you might be right, Vendetta. You might be right. We'll see. I guess so. I guess that's how it works there, Peaceful, is that, yeah, you have to be watching the stream right up until just before the lottery. I mean, to be fair, our team just played way better. We were like 37, 34, and 11 or something, which was like spot on. Vendetta was like, I asked how many wins this season, and Vendetta's like 37. It was just like, got it exactly right. So that was pretty crazy. But what do you guys think this year? Do you think we're improving? Do you think we're losing? Do you think what's happening this year? How are you guys feeling about the team? I think the goalies are already tired from last season, so that might actually be a determining factor. But we'll have to wait and see, obviously. So not a whole lot out of the USHL this year, which that is what it is. The team looks good. The team's getting good. 38 wins, 11 OT losses, so slight improvement from last year. All right, I like it. Looks like we're gonna need another Q scout by the... Yeah, we're definitely gonna need another Q scout, my goodness. So I will have to wait and see which... My God, there are so many QMJHL players this year. We're barely into the hundreds, and I've already used up pretty much 2 full scouts. Oh, okay, never mind. It actually kind of peeled off right at the end there. So we might be okay with that Q setup. And then lots of players in the O this year too. So maybe the dub is the one that's kind of weaker. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out right now. Interested about that Wisniewski guy at 60, because that's pretty high up for a goalie. And then down to the 160s. So there's another boost. I wonder if he's related to that other boost that we just saw in the last draft that we almost took. We almost took him, but we didn't because he was a two-way forward and a left winger. But all right. Good thing we have 3 dub scouts because, yeah, this is... the dispersion of prospects is all over the place. Like, it is not consistent. All right, so we're done round 1 of scouting now. That makes it... I mean, makes it go as fast as possible when I'm quiet because then I'm not getting distracted by stuff, but all right, let's simulate up to the midpoint of the preseason because that is where this date cutoff is. We'll go to the 2nd there, and I am definitely going to allocate some budget out here because we have a lot of arena operation spending we need to do this season, more than like scout travel and a bunch of other things, so make sure that is like fully maxed out. Bump the coaching budget up just a touch maybe. And all right, not a bad start in the preseason. We're 4-1 to start in the preseason, which is actually pretty crazy. Oh, Vendetta, that's funny. I'm gonna make Salayev the greatest. Sorry, you're talking like Anton Salayev, the defenseman, yes? Yeah, the 6'7" guy that no goalie could see around. Yeah, that could be interesting for sure. Ooh, we got a sniper in Nesbitt right at the top. We got a lot of snipers this year. Holy moly! All right, well, I guess the game had to kind of balance it out after the previous season, and yeah, wow. I'm assuming just based on the no number 1 from the scout rank that it's going to be a bit of a mid-draft class this year. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, but there's some guys ranked at like 10 here already, way down at like 17, 18, 19, so should be an interesting one. Looks like it's going to be all over the place again this year, but Belchet's with 6 points in 5 games in the preseason is pretty crazy. And then we just go right back to scouting because you guys know the drill. It's a little bit tedious, but it's totally worth it in the end, so... All right. Yes, I am very hyped for the Western Conference Finals tonight. I'm gonna be at work, which sucks because I'm gonna be like standing out front trying to put order stock away, and then be trying to like look up and watch the TVs at the same time. I'm probably not going to be very productive tonight, but you know what? That is what it is because it is Western Conference hockey, baby. It's been 2 years since the Oilers were in the Western Conference Finals, and if I'm being honest, I think they are going to have a very tough time with the Dallas Stars unless they just somehow keep all the momentum going that they had from the Vancouver series, which, I mean, to be fair, they are on a 2-game heater right now, but doesn't mean anything really in the playoffs unless you continue to win. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I really do not know what to expect from this series. I know Dallas just absolutely handed Edmonton their lunch last time they played, and playoff hockey is better than work, and it's not even close. Yes, you are correct there, Lemaire. It's so true. But yeah, exactly. Like, especially if they're gonna put it on the TV, like, I'm gonna watch it. Skinner needs to pull a Grant Fury. Yeah, I honestly, that is gonna be what it takes. Like, Dallas is going to get chances, no doubt about that. Predicted Holloway as the Calder winner last year. That's interesting. Yeah, no, Holloway just had too many struggles with, like, yes, he had the injury, but also... Yeah, exactly, Lemaire. Exactly. Like, I will slowly and steadily get work done. It's not going to be efficient, though, by any means. It's going to be like, put a few... Because I work at a liquor store, so it's like, put a few bottles on the shelf, turn, watch TV for like a minute. Put a few more bottles on the shelf, turn, watch TV for like another minute. Like, that's going to be what happens, more than likely. Also, how about the scouting efficiency from our DEL scout? That's crazy. Yeah, Holloway looked freaking fabulous in the last 2 games, though, I do have to say. Like, he was all over the ice. He was making plays. He was pressuring all the Canucks defenders into coughing up the puck. Peaceful. So the most fun part about franchise mode is scouting. Exactly. Well, it's fun when it like perfectly works out and you hit all your dates with the same scouts and things like that. We do not need 2 USHL scouts in the Central, so that is what it is. We're just gonna spam right through, get all of these guys scouted because I really am not worried about it. And all right. The only way that changes is if maybe our Q region just needs like way more scouts than we have or needs another scout. And then maybe I'll make that change, but we'll see. Is there another Alexis Joseph? Ah, it's Avery Joseph this year. Okay, so a little bit different from the previous year, but... Yeah, no, I agree with that, Vendetta. I've been saying for so long now, like, free Holloway, because he's been, like, just stapled to the bench pretty much. It's like, how are you playing your top pick from 3 years ago, like, 8 minutes a night? What are you doing? Like, honestly, Edmonton. Like, it was hard to watch. He deserves second line minutes, if I'm being honest. Like, yeah. I'm a huge Holloway supporter. I think he plays a fabulous game. I love that he's like he is a power forward, but he's a bit of a weird style of power forward where he's like actually skilled. He shoots the puck really hard and he forechecks harder than almost anybody else. Like he, minus the fighting, he kind of reminds me of how Brady Tkachuk plays, if I'm being honest. Like just that like tenacity, just constantly on the other team, won't give them a breath of fresh air. Like it's just, yeah, that's how Holloway plays, and it's fun to watch. Especially when the other team's in the defensive end and they're trying to like break the puck out, and he's just like breaking up all of the passes and plays and causing turnovers. Like it's so fun. It's so fun to watch. Dylan Hollywood, indeed. And then like he clutched up in. I mean, to be fair, they still lost game 2 to LA, but like nobody on Edmonton was playing in game 2, and he scores 2 goals. Like that's huge. So yeah, he's worked his way right into the lineup and made a spot for himself. Ooh, that's an enforcer defenseman, Gage Griffin. Okay, we'll keep an eye on him because that's gonna be interesting. Because sometimes they can actually develop. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree, Vendetta. Like he doesn't always make the super skilled play, but like when he does pull off the super skilled play, you get goals like what happened in game 6 in that 5-1 win where it just absolutely, he just walked right through the Canucks. Let's go Stars. Okay, they're fixed. Okay, bandwagoner. No, I'm kidding. I don't know how long you've been a Dallas fan, but the Stars have, I have full respect for the Dallas Stars as far as they have drafted better than any team in the NHL in the last 5 seasons or so. Like it's been insane. Actually, I would say probably 7 seasons now, because yeah, 2017 was kind of when they really got on their roll and landed that 3-player draft where they got Heiskanen, Ottinger, and what do you call it? Heiskanen, Ottinger, and Robertson all in one draft. Like it's just insane. Aura is overrated. Who's Aura? Or what is Aura? I don't know exactly what you're talking about there, Peaceful, but okay. So we end up losing 2 out of those last 3 preseason games, but we are at the regular season now at this point for long, very long. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. We're in the same boat there, Fix, as far as your team won the cup last in 1999. As far as you can tell, I'm an Edmonton fan, but as far as being an Edmonton fan goes, 1990 is the last time we won the cup, and then, we made the cup finals in 06 and lost to the Canes. Like, it was just, yeah, we're all in the same boat. Like, it's either somebody posted the wasn't there in 1999. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I wasn't either. So, but yeah, I saw the social media post the other day of the guy reacting where he's like, ooh, oh, oh, ah, right? Like those 4 reactions, and then it shows all the different cup results where it's like Rangers win the cup for the first time since 1994. Joe Pavelski finally gets his cup with Dallas. The Stanley Cup goes north of the border, and Florida finally beats the no fans hatred. So, yeah, all of those, whoever wins the cup this year, it's going to be great. Like, I am actually quite happy with the top 4 that we got. And it's 3 division winners, and then the Oilers, who were second in their division and had the best record since hiring Knobloch. So, yeah. All right, so here are the team ratings for this year because, of course, I do track this kind of stuff on my spreadsheet. And for year number 7, starting off, Pat Archer's the only player with an X factor, but we got 68 offense, so that's pretty weak. 73 defense and 68 goaltending. So that should be interesting because the Huskies haven't had super crazy records or anything, or not super crazy records. They haven't had super crazy team ratings, but their records have always just blown everything else out of the water. So, all right, and here is our team this year. Honestly, our team's starting to look pretty nasty, if I'm being honest. You guys probably can't see our team ratings here, so let me just go, boop, flop the face cam off here just for a moment. And all right, so this year we have got 96 offense, 89 defense, and 78 goaltending. That should be okay. It's not going to be insane. It has gotten a little bit better since last year. This is also the best defense we've had since starting this franchise mode, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is correct. So, yeah, going to be an interesting season this year for sure. But we'll have to see if Oleg Vasilyev can really get rolling as the captain this year. Okay, so did DuPont, or was DuPont the only player that got an alternate captain vote? Is that what I'm seeing now that I'm looking way back at it? Assistant captain DuPont. Yeah, it was literally just Vendetta said something on that. So, okay. I mean, I'm down for that. I have nothing wrong with it. I think he's going to be a great young defenseman here for a long time. And, yeah, all right. Anybody else? For alternate captaincy. Just because we have one alternate captain currently that I'm actually happy with in Levchinov, and then, yeah, the other alternate captaincy is up for grabs. So I was really thinking it was either going to be Healy or maybe Misa or maybe Tuzolino, like one of those 3. But if you guys feel DuPont is just that good, like he is, he's already 86 rated at 20, turning 21 years old. Like, he's going to be good. So, I'm down for naming DuPont the alternate there. I have nothing wrong with that. I think he's going to be great. And, yeah, all right. Vassilyev's the captain, which we kind of had agreed on already. But, yeah, okay. Let's get rolling here. So, we're going to finish off this first month of October, and we'll see how it goes. And we did win our regular season home opener. We beat the Blackhawks 4-0. That's kind of crazy. All right. And then right after that, we immediately lose to the Detroit Red Wings, and we continue on here. So we beat the Stars, lose to the Flyers, and we have an injury with Connor Mackey, which is not great. We definitely want to get him playing, preferably. Maybe not, actually. Maybe we just move Carlisle around like that. And you know what? Yeah, if we can play Millman there, that's going to work too. I see more so. I get what you're saying there. All right. Kirk is looking okay so far. DuPont with 3 points in the first 4 games. 8 assists in the first 4 games for Levchinov. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 4 points for most of our forwards. 6 for Misa, so that's pretty good. Belchet's 4 goals, no assists. Love that. Our second line has 1 point over those games. But hey, Tiemanen's playing pretty well, so can't complain about that. And okay, we beat the Canadians, lose to the Jets, and then we continue to lose. Oh, we win 1 more game there. All right, so we're 5-3-1 for 11 points in 9 games. Not a bad start. All right. You know what? We will take it. We're actually, yeah, the process is insane. Yes, I agree. Like with those top 3 guys, we're gonna be fine, especially considering that Vasilyev is a passenger. Maybe, honestly. Like, it kind of looks like it right now. And to be fair, Levchinov was he was our second ever. Oh my god. Okay, Vendetta, I have to actually agree with you here. Lemaire, you're saying that Misa contract's going to pay off pretty quickly. I think you're probably right there. I mean, of course, we have the 1 more season here left, but honestly, this team is looking so good. Levchinov for Art Ross, you might not be wrong there. But yeah, 7.075 is going to be a crazy good deal. Almost as good as the Belchet's deal, but yeah, you know what? That might be the move to begin next season, if I'm being completely honest. Like, what's Misa's term? 8 years. So we're going to be good. Yeah, Amadeus, he jumped from medium elite to low franchise, like, after the first season that we had him, I'm pretty sure, and then he's just kind of been rolling since. Like, after this 53-point year, he just jumped, like, right there, and became low franchise. He's been there since, and he's been growing fairly well, too. Yeah, we got Misa for the next 9 years. Yeah, we're good. We're rolling with him, so it's gonna be a fun ride here. We are just more so waiting on a few other prospects to develop. Getting him 5th overall is highway robbery. Yeah, absolutely it is. So, yeah, that's to be fair, there are other great players that got drafted ahead of him, but he's doing just fine here. And look at the point totals: 12-8 games, or 12-9 games to start. Like, this Newfoundland team is actually becoming a force very quickly. I'm surprised at how quickly it's happening. The only reason, chat, that I'm not going to change the captaincy right now, because, like, yes, I agree that Levchinov deserves the C at this point. Interesting. I don't entirely agree with that, Peaceful. If you are biased, like, that's fair. But yeah, the only reason we're not switching Levchinov to captain right now is because it actually decreases morale if you take the letter off of a player. And yeah, he's one of the only 2 leaders, so yeah, we'll probably be making that swap pretty quickly here, if I'm being honest. So all right, that was the first month of play. 14 points. 13 assists is crazy. I get the feeling Levchinov's going to be on a tear here. So we'll go up to the 12th here against the Kings, and apparently it's going to be a bit weaker than normal. We'll see. We'll see about that. Ooh, and then we start losing. Yep. Oh, wow. Okay. We go on a 5-game heater of losing all those games. Okay. I probably spoke too soon there. If you go on a bad streak, maybe. Well, like that 5-game losing streak, it's got to be more than 5, though, I think. But Levchinov's still putting up points in spite of us losing games. That's crazy. But yeah, at the same time, yeah, okay. At the same time, I think it's going to be an interesting. Oh my god, look at this guy. Carter Nesbitt's got 31 points in 17 games. That's crazy. There's another left-handed offensive D-man in Ivan Zykov. Avery Joseph looks very good, too. I see, Peaceful. That makes sense. He did have a bit of a down year this year, which is, I think, why Hagen's kind of just leapfrogged him in the standings there. But Let's see, do we have any gems so far besides the one? No, we do not. Alright, so just that third overall player is a gem currently. Give it some time, though. Give it some time, let the scouts work their magic. But, yeah, speaking of scouts, we are now up to the next point with 11 points as well. We're only ahead of, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We're fourth last in the league right now, so that's... You know what? I guess Gary just heard that we were trying to compete this year, so that's exactly what happened. Mr. Bettman is just like, nope, your team's not allowed to win yet. They're not good enough yet. So, oh well, we're gonna keep trying to win, obviously, but that is always the goal, is to be a competitive team. But at the same time, if we land another high draft pick, I guess that's just the loser's reward. So. Literally, though, Peaceful. He's going to put up 100 assists if he keeps up this pace. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, okay, all right. That's a good stat there from Vendetta, saying that Levchinov only had 6 points over his final, like, 25 to 30 games. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see if that does continue this year or not. But if it does, that stinks. If it doesn't, then awesome, because then that means he'll actually put up a crazy season and maybe hit medium elite or medium franchise potential. But we'll have to wait and see. Finding franchise, when you want to play bad, you play good, and when you want to play good, you play bad. Yes, that is unfortunately the exact reaction you get, Peaceful, when you're like, yeah, our team's going to do great, bottom of the league. And then you're like, oh, I'm trying to tank this year, top of the league. You're just like, what? Like, how? How does that make any sense at all? Alright, not great on the SHL. We're going to have to definitely scout players towards the end. Oop, that's the wrong one. Alright, skill assessment this time. We're getting so many players scouted in other regions, though. Like we're going to have guys that just pop out of the woodwork as steals that we're like, okay, didn't even think this guy existed, but alright. I'm a confused Bettman right now. Let's tank, baby. Number 1 overall pick. Here we come. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another number 1 overall pick. Honestly, how do you guys feel about the team? Because, like, I think we got our top 6 figured out just fine, but, like, one more defenseman probably wouldn't hurt necessarily either. Like, what's your guys' kind of feeling about the team? Like, do we just pick mid to late first-round picks if our team's doing well and just build depth out that way? Or do we get another high pick? Like... Who's in net? Not that it matters. We've got Lankinen and Delmore. Both have been pretty atrocious so far. It does matter, actually, but yeah. Those guys are probably the reason why our team's still losing in spite of other guys playing just on God mode, essentially. But yeah, that is the current state. I agree with you there, Lemaire. I agree that we are just waiting on a goalie to develop at this point. I think once that actually happens, then we're going to be set. So maybe we just start trying to draft more elite goalies. I don't know. That's probably the strategy, is just, okay, let's take 2 more elite goalies this year, see if we can get one of them to pop off, see if that 6th rounder that we got a few years ago... or a few years ago, the 6th rounder that we got literally last year in, what was his name? Saunders? I believe it was Saunders. But yeah, we'll see if that 6th rounder in Saunders that we got last year can actually turn out to be good. Yeah, it was Solomon Saunders. That's the guy. all I care about is getting both D-men to 96 overall. That would be so scary. Like, we would have the most formidable defensive group in the entire league if you get 2 franchise D-men. Like, that would just be insane. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna do one more player there. Yeah, I would love to see that though too. If I'm being honest, Vendetta, like that would be something I've never done before as far as getting 2 franchise defensemen on one team. Like we've done it here. It was kind of dumb luck that Levshinov popped off as much as he did, but yeah, it's just crazy to even look at and think about. Peaceful, you said I have an exact fringe starter at 79 overall putting up Vezina numbers. That sounds about NHL 24 for me. That's, yeah. So yeah, we could just pull that off too. Put Tristan Barrett in and he'll just go God mode. He's not quite good enough yet. I feel like they probably have to be about 79, 80 overall. He's not quite there yet, but he is young still, so maybe give him a little bit more time and we'll see. To be fair, though, we also have Ralph Delmore, who might just end up popping off if... I don't think I've ever done 296 D-men naturally. Yeah, exactly. Like, it would be a genuine achievement if we pull off, like, a 99 or 100 rated defensive core with this team at some point, because that would mean we'd have to have, like, 2 93-plus rated D-men, and then we'd have to have the rest of them be at least, like, 83 to 85 overall kind of range. Yeah, it would be crazy to see. We'll see if it actually happens. There's lots of time left on this franchise mode still, but we are going to be not racing against the clock by any means. We are going to be racing against the development of those players before they turn into exact potential players. So again, you get like what? You get a 9-year window? You get about a 9-year window to develop players to their maximum potential, and then they can just shoot off as like 30-plus year old players, but it doesn't really happen that often. So, all right, where was our last pick? There we go. All right, Yonkman, great name. I've had a few Yonkmans in different franchise modes before. But all right, now that we are done with round 3 of scouting with the skills assessment, we can continue on. And let's just stop up and save here because we do not want to lose the scouting progress. So, all right, 5-8-1, 4th last in the league at this current point, but Artyom Levshinov has decided he's just going to play like a forward named Connor McDavid. So we'll simulate up to the end of this month. And all right, that's 6 games. All right, so we end the losing streak at 6 games. We then go on a 2-game winning streak and then lose to the Hurricanes. And then we go on another 3, 4, 5, another 5-game losing streak. So we are right at the bottom of the league there with 18 points. Only behind the Buffalo Sabres, who have managed to find their way back into the basement. So that's, I kind of felt that we might be due for one more of these, but you know what? Levshinov, he's kind of come back down to earth now at this point. That's okay. Kind of figured that might happen, but hey, he's looking nice with it. Also, Michael Misa is almost a point per game, which is crazy considering that we're not really playing all that well right now. I'm a little disappointed with Vasilyev and DuPont at the moment, but maybe those guys will start rolling. We'll have to wait and see. I think if those guys start rolling, first overall medium franchise player, welcome to Newfoundland. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. We have no idea yet how good this sniper is going to be, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, to be fair, he looks really good. Carter Nesbitt could be something special. If not, this Avery Joseph guy looks really good too. There's no potentials really available yet. We're just sitting back and waiting. And then once we find out, then we'll really decide what we want to see from our team. But we got another month of sim here, at least a month and a half really, before we get to the next scouting date. So let's continue on, just see how the team does. We're on a 2-game winning streak there now. Kiefer Sherwood's back and available. Okay, apparently he never actually left the lineup. It just said that he did. the thing I don't understand is why when I swap certain players around, the chemistry actually works better when the playstyles and stuff don't. I don't know, man. DuPont's just really not scoring as much as I want him to right now, and I think that's going to become a problem if we don't address it here. Like, let's see what his pace is at right now. All right, so right now he's like half a point per game pace. We go 0.5 times 82. He's on pace for just 41 points. So I think we gotta do something here. Maybe we go like that. That's what I'm thinking. See if Levshinov continues to put up those points. We'll sim a few more games. This is like the Leafs getting Matthews. Yeah, you're kind of correct. All right, hold on. So we're actually winning games now. We're getting back up to almost a 500 record. The game just kind of cut off there. 20 games on first pair. Yeah, I think so. That's what we're doing here. So we're gonna just sit back and watch. And all right, we lose 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. All right, we're just absolutely falling off again. That's okay because. Yeah, it's not okay, honestly. This team should probably be performing better. But there we go. DuPont's starting to score, get his numbers up a little bit more, and it's done it again. All right, where the calendar just lags out. Gotta love it. But Kirk is up to an 80 overall. That's beautiful. But yeah, Tristan Barrett, we're going to swap out for Sanchez. Sanchez is getting close, man. I'm excited. I think he's going to be, like, look at that, 924 save percentage. He is cruising right now. I am really excited for Caden Sanchez. I think he's going to make a tremendous impact once he makes the league. And he's only one rating lower than Delmore at this point, so. All right, let's see. We were on the big losing streak there. We lost 4, 5. Could be 6 here if we continue, but let's see. We lose Holloway to a strained hamstring. That's not great either. So, yeah, we lose that game 7-2. We somehow beat Dallas 4-3, though. I guess we're tanking still. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, okay. I thought the team was going to play better. We have some good defensemen, but, like, yeah, I just don't know what's going on here at this point now. But yeah, these two are going to be really nice. Levshinov, 25 and 35, not bad, but he definitely kind of fell back to earth there. So, all right, Flyers we lose to, Canadians we lose to. We have got to be like bottom of the league. Yeah, I agree, Peaceful. Like, how are we 12, 23, and 2? We have the worst record in the league yet again. I just don't get it. I'm a little offended too. I thought I built a better team than this, but I mean, to be fair, we don't have the greatest goaltending yet. I really don't trust our depth. And yeah, when you got guys like Eichel and Yzerman scoring this many points, like that's crazy. Celebrini looks freaking nice with it too. Who's got the most goals in the league currently? This Joey Evans guy turned out for Montreal as well, but Frondel's up there. He's looking really nice too. A lot of good goal scorers this year, I gotta say. Philippe Duchesne as a power forward is scoring like crazy as well. All right. Pretty solid numbers there from multiple guys. I don't think, what's his name? We've got Timonen somewhere in here, but he's got to have like, or did I go right past him? Okay, Timonen's got 8 points in 37 games. He is nowhere near the top. As far as goalies go, Laurent Brossoit's got the best or most wins in the league. Or what? Mintyukov is actually beating out Makar right now in the scoring race. To be fair, he's played 3 more games, but still. How about Dominic Bertis in Vegas? My goodness, the Vegas Golden Knights have built a team and a half there. That's kind of scary. All right, so that's all the scoring and everything for now. I didn't really show off our team too much because Belchet's only has 32 points in 37 games. So yeah, it's not been good enough. It's as simple as it is. Maybe we fire the head coach, switch the head coach, something like that. Makar on the Habs, yes please. Right, Peaceful? Like, how crazy would that be? Okay, so looking at the entire league, we're dead last, which is just simply as simple as that. We are dead last, and probably not going too far up from there either. All right, well, we had to have one good season here and there. But to be fair, we are also only in year, 6 at this point? 7? We're in year 7 now, right? So, yeah, we are in year 7. So, I'd still give it another 3 to 4 seasons before we're actually properly competitive. But we are winning random games at random times. It's kind of funny. Like, look at this. We're now on, okay, I was going to say we're on a 3-game winning streak, but of course we lost to the Leafs. And then we just get right back on into our old ways, which, yeah. This very much reminds me of the mid-2000s Edmonton Oilers, where there's like, okay, great, we've got tons of talent, we have these good players, things should be looking up soon. Nope. They're not looking up. That's for sure. They are nowhere near looking up yet. Oh my goodness, look at all the gems though, so let's keep an eye on all of those guys. Zarkov could look good. We'll see. Artem Semin as a 2-way D could be sweet. We'll see. I have no idea how these guys are going to be yet, but the fact that there are actual gems in this class this year is nice because there really weren't a lot in the last one, and when there were, it was all low 6 guys, so we'll have to wait and see if that trend continues or not. Also, how is Tuzolino putting up such few points? Like, this whole line is just putting up such few points. If I'm being honest, I feel like this team just needs... I don't even know what they need still. Like, we need that goaltending, obviously, but... Alright, 27 and 47's a little bit better. It's not a lot better. He's on pace for exactly 47 points again this year, but he's also... yeah, this is tough. This is tough with the development when we're losing this much, so... Also, I went straight past our scouting date yet again. I don't know why I keep doing that, but I do. So, I guess that's just my new scouting method where I just don't scout properly at this point. My God, I don't know why I thought we were in December still. We were not, so that was my bad. But you know what? It is what it is. We'll go up to, yeah, sure, May 17th. Why not? Call it that date. Okay, so we are going to be waiting for a little while still here on all the reports because I am quite a ways behind. Missed, like, again, 2 weeks difference almost. But the Russian scouts actually get their job done, which is nice. The Leaguish scouts, there's more than enough scouting around. Fans are demanding a buyout on Tuzolino? I don't know about that. Like, that's... He's only $3.1 million, if I'm being honest. We can move him down the lineup. That's fine. I'm not opposed to that. It's just more so that we can't afford to lose an elite player at this point. Just kidding. Yeah, okay. Alright, as long as you're kidding, because, like, Tuzolino, we got him, like, 100th overall or something like that. Like, something crazy along those lines. So I really don't feel the need to be too hard on him. I feel the need that he needs to... Or I have the need to pressure him into playing better kind of thing. But, yeah, that's a little harsh there, Vendetta. You just got a genuine vendetta against Tuzolino. Welcome, Andrew. Love the series. Keep going. Awesome. Interesting. Yeah, Carolina's expected to buy out Kotkaniemi. That's crazy. I can actually believe that, though, because they paid way too much money to a player that was not nearly good enough. Did I do potential comparison? Yeah, I did. I thought I did skill assessment again by accident on the one there, but fortunately I did not, so... Ooh, that was way too far. Martin Nietzsche's dad saying, yeah, that's crazy. What is with parents being like, my kid wants to trade? It's like, okay, but your kid didn't say that yet, so nobody really cares what you say there, Daddy Nietzsche's. Like, come on. Jesus, yeah, that's not worth it. I would rather get the 6-7 years playing experience out of him. Maybe he'll get better in that time. He probably won't, but you never know. Yeah, that's just insane. That's just absolutely insane. So. All right, we're rolling through the scouting here. I'm getting extremely fast at getting all this scouting done, so. Only up to 64, that's not great. Alright, we're hiring another Q scout. I'm not doing 2 USA scouts like this. That just doesn't make sense. That's the wrong region. Alright, we'll go like that. And then have the third round of scouting with Dadino there instead, and then we'll have to relocate. Or not relocate, but redo a bunch of the other scouting that we did in the U.S. Central, which honestly there isn't even that much to do in the U.S. Central this year. It's all QMJHL stuff instead, so... I think I have a cat hair up my nose. That's what it feels like right now. I'm like, my nose is just like itchy from it, so... Funny how we only go up to April 22nd with the better scout. Alright, anyways. Yeah, that would be crazy peaceful if we actually see Kotkaniemi get bought out and have to be paid for 14 plus years. That would just be something else. Yeah. Alright. Continuing on. It almost bothers me how inefficient chat isn't up to date. What do you mean chat isn't up to date? It's like not updating in the video? Is that what... Oh, well, no, it looks like it is now. I'm just not sure. Okay. Not sure exactly what you mean there, Peaceful, but it seems like everything's working okay. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the chat can kind of just cut in and out sometimes. It's not entirely accurate, so. The other thing, too, is I believe I have some kind of, like, filter on it, too, so that if you're swearing in the chat, it just doesn't show your message, so. That's another thing to keep in mind, too, for any of you who maybe aren't seeing your messages come through on the chat. That is a setting I believe I have on. It just helps with me getting monetized on YouTube and actually being able to make money off of live streams and things like such. Yeah, so that does happen from time to time too, just so you guys know. But all right, we're done the next round of scouting, and yeah, stick to the initial bad decision. Okay, I see. All right. Okay, so now we're simulating up to pretty much the trade deadline here, and we lose Igor Zamula to an injury, and we continue to lose. So, all right, we then win one game, lose Weston Holloway, lose 5-1. Kind of makes sense. And then we beat the Calgary Flames 5-1. So apparently the Flames suck. Same with the Oilers. All these guys suck if that's the case. Wow. Okay, so yeah, Tuzolino really not doing too well right now, so we'll probably just bump him down and either do Kuzmenko up or something like that. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out, but yeah, Tuzolino just, I don't know what it is with him, why he's just not working out. Like, maybe the only other option I can think of is we maybe swap him for Belchets and then see if that improves, because then Teravainen will have somebody to pass to. Because, like, right now, yes, Healy can shoot the puck. He's more defensively sound and super physical, whereas Belchets can kind of do everything. So let's try this, see if that works out a little better, because I don't know what else to do with the team and the injuries and everything. Oh my goodness, Holloway just loaded up on X Factors, so that's awesome to see. He now has, oh my goodness, okay. So he initially just had In Reverse and Ice Pack. Now he's got Heat Seeker, Yoink, and Relentless. So that's actually going to be really nice as well. Yeah, Holloway's looking good, man. I see. I see. All right. Oh, Levshinov's looking so good, 43 and 54. Not bad for DuPont, 32 and 54. He's rolling. There we go, Peaceful. See, that's the timing. It's perfect timing. Peaceful goes, I have to go. I can't wait to come back and see a #1 overall pick. That is the goal. That is the goal, my man. We know the process. We've got the process figured out at this point, so. All right, we're just waiting on Sanchez. He's looking, oh my God, he has 6 shutouts. Caden Sanchez has 6 shutouts in his second year in the AHL. I think we found our goalie. I think. I'm not certain, but I think. So, yeah. All right, now Marchessault's back. Thanks for the guaranteed... It's so I love the chat. It's so funny to listen to you guys just kind of go back and forth about all these speculations and random topics and things like that actually kind of play out as we go on about it or go on with the video. So we have to throw Connor Mackey back in here. There's no way we're not playing him because he's actually been pretty good so far. And how is Carlisle looking? Yeah, Carlisle wasn't great, so. Also, I don't understand how it happens, but players will sometimes just progress, like, without playing a single game. It makes no sense to me, but it happens. All right. Ooh, okay, Buffalo. I see you leapfrogging us there. I see that. We must have won a few games. Yeah, it looks like we won like 3 or 4 in a row there, probably, so that would be why. Buffalo's actually, they weren't that far behind us now that I'm looking at it. We do need Zamula back in here because he's actually been very solid as far as keeping our chemistry up on the team. And all right, we then continue to lose games. We lose to the Islanders. Engel gets injured. Sean Walker gets injured. And all right, Kuiper's back, so we will put him back in. The lure of GM modes, yeah, exactly. 2BC brings so much of it, whereas 2E's just deadpan, doesn't really, like, he doesn't have the same level of reactions as most other YouTubers do, which I find funny in a way, but at the same time, it's like, okay, 2E, like, you... entertainment, my man, come on, like... Alright, Tizolino's out. Go figure. Yet again, pulls something and he's done for the season. And alright, we only have 51 points, which is second last in the league behind these goofballs in Buffalo. Barabanov playing defense is wild. That is, yes, that is unfortunately what happens sometimes when the computer decides to just sub players in. Alright, let's see what we're looking at here. Oh, it is a franchise sniper. Oh, it is a franchise sniper at the top of the draft class. Oh, boy. And there's a franchise center, too, in Steven Chucko, so that's interesting. But, man, this is... Oh, yeah, no worries, Peaceful. Same to you. I mean, hey, look at this. We got a top-end franchise sniper at the top of the draft here this year that looks really good. So we will have to wait and see. But, yeah, I like what we're seeing so far here. Ooh, Zarkov's an elite. Nice. Okay, that's going to be good. And then Vic O'Donnell is an elite. Not an elite, but a gem. Semin, too bad. Ooh, high starter though in Schwartz. That could be fun. So we'll keep an eye on that one for sure. Guaranteed perfect fit for Vasilyev now? Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, looking at the top end, at least, right? Like, Chucko would probably be the perfect fit out of all those guys. If I'm being honest with how the setup, or the team is set up, we need a sniping center more than anything else, really. But a sniping winger in Carter Nesbitt, we could also draft him if we, of course, land that high in the lottery, which is unlikely at this point, but... if that is the case, then it would allow for our lineup to really become deep all of a sudden. We'll have to wait and see. But that's what we're looking at so far. It is a very nice setup here with how things are going so far. The goal with our team now is just simply, well, no, we're trying to compete. We're trying to make the playoffs here. That's obviously what we're doing. I thought that was the apparent goal for everybody here, is we are trying to make the playoffs. So let's go make the playoffs, right? Exactly. Like that's what we're doing. We're gonna make the playoffs, even with a 24-39 record. But all right, we see Connor Zary go to Anaheim. That's an interesting trade. We see Owen Power go to Chicago. Also an interesting trade. And we see Sam Girard go to Tampa Bay. Okay, Jackson Lacombe somehow gets scratched. Don't ask me how, but he does. All right, and we are on to March. So we start off March with 2 losses and only 17% of our tickets sold. Holy moly. And all right, we're now on a 4-game heater there of losing games. So what do you know? And all right. Who else is back? Barabanov. Yeah, Barabanov is playing defense. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, we'll put Sean Walker back in because we don't really have any other options. And Kevin Lankinen's injured as well. Okay, his 888 save percentage is... funny enough, both goalies have an 888 save percentage. I'm kind of surprised we're not balancing out the play time a little more between the goalies, considering they're so close in rating. But... okay, Sanchez has 37 wins. Jeez, if he can play like that in the AHL, I have every reason to believe he can eventually play like that in the NHL. All right, oh, there we go. We get Tizolino back. That's what we wanted to see. All right, so we'll put Tizolino back in on that top right wing, see if he can kind of get rolling from there. 20 points in 60 games is so bad. That is so bad. I thought he was bad last year. Nope, he's gotten worse somehow. Don't ask me how, but he somehow has gotten worse. He's our lowest scoring forward on the entire team, and he hasn't even been injured for that long. Holy Jesus. Okay. Also, DuPont has almost broken his points record now. That's good. Levshinov is not going to be near 61 points again this year, but that is okay. Meanwhile, Weston Holloway has matched his point total from last season, so that is awesome to see. And that's the current team. So, yeah. Okay, Lankinen's back and healthy, meaning he should play like garbage, and then he wins a game 6-1. All right, come on. God mode Kevin Lankinen, just going to get us into the playoffs by himself. Alright, so here's a few more of the ratings. Ooh, Lapierre. That's actually not a bad spot for that to happen. I would have to assume that Zykov's probably an elite D-man, though, if he's trending like that. We are still waiting on his potential, obviously, but let's see what other potentials are in here that look really good. Okay, hello. Leonard Strudwick looks really good. Stefan Meurs looks really good. That's beautiful. We love to see that. That is awesome. All right. How about low elites? Just nothing showing up yet for the low elite players. All right, that is what it is. Dallas Di Nicola. That's an interesting name. Dallas Di Nicola. All right. And then just that one high starter in there besides that. And where's he ranked? 108. So that's not bad at all, but I would probably be taking elite players over him. Levshinov needs first pairing back. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I agree with that. Let's go boop. And then Coughlin's injured again. So, all right, how's Timonen doing? Ooh, look at the goal scoring from Raimo Timonen. All right, 25 points in 72 games. Not even bad. I do find that guys with really high skill like that can actually score a lot. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right, how we doing? We did catch the Sabres, but then we continue by winning more games. That's great. Okay. We have a Ralph Delmore injury, so we're gonna go and pull Svitov. Yeah, we're gonna pull Barrett from the system. So that will change everything up just a tad. And all right, hopefully Barrett's been okay, hasn't he? Like he's been. Yeah, he's actually been okay when he's played. Like, he's been a 900-ish save percentage. And, all right, Aaron Stamkos there. Ooh, Dylan Collin. All right. There's just so many lineup changes here at the end of the year with all the injuries and movement and things like that. It's been interesting to see. So, Zamula with 22 points. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. He's been surprisingly good. DuPont has exactly 47 points again this year. A+ shooting puck skill is going to have insane face-offs and sim super well. Yeah, like I agree with that. I think Chucko could be great. We are just currently at the point now with 59 points where we are dueling it out with the Buffalo Sabres. That's essentially it. So as we finish this off, we lose 2 more games. Buffalo now has to also lose 2 more games to stay on the same level as us. All right, as we go a little bit further, we win one. Oh, no. Oh, no, we won a game. Oh, no. Okay, well, actually, it's okay. Hello, Real Divinity. Welcome to the stream. Our team sucks this year. That's it. That's all I got to say is our team sucks this year. All right, let's take a look at the progress reports with just a couple games left in the year. Things are looking okay. Landon DuPont's now 88 rated, so that just happened. Like, he literally just jumped up another rating there. Weston Holloway has grown in rating and X factors, which is awesome. And not a whole lot else besides that. Timonen's grown like 1 change. That's pretty much it. Sanchez has been the real story in the minor league this year as he's up to a 77 now. Jonathan Marchessault is looking like his career's pretty much over. And then we get some growth there from Rogers this year. That's awesome. And Cody Sweat as well. I always mess up his first name. But anybody else with crazy growth? Sakaras is looking okay. I get the feeling we're going to see him grow pretty nicely here in the future. He could be one of those crazy 7th round steals because that's where we got him last year, was 210th overall. So yeah, keep an eye on Milan Sakras. He looks pretty good, so we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, Cody Rogers here, Cole Rogers here, 55 points this year. He just popped off in the dub, so that is awesome. You're up late playing some deadly franchise mode. Nice. What team were you using, or were you doing Draft to Glory, or what was the story in there? I'm interested to see. So, all right, let's sim up to the next game. Does Buffalo win? Buffalo does not win. Ooh. All right. The reason I'm scared of not finishing dead last is because then the furthest we could move down is 4, I believe. We also just have less regulation, or we have more regulation wins than the Sabres this year. So, yeah, with 2 games left, there's no guarantee that we land the worst pick here, but you know what? Let's advance the day, see, and we beat Minnesota. Jesus Christ. Okay. You could at least suck at sucking. Come on, Newfoundland, what are we doing? Like... All right, well, it looks like we're probably more than likely going to have the second best odds, and that is going to be the case as the Buffalo Sabres managed to not win either of their last 2 games, and yeah, we would have had to lose both. Buffalo would have had to have won one, but 46 goals this year, playing with Quebec City, some rules added like you, that's awesome, Real Divinity, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. All right, and this year, I mean... who knows? We finished second last. Hey, Ben, welcome to the stream. This is what we're looking at this year for a franchise sniper, potentially, but we're also very interested in Steven Chucko because he looks really good. He's a little undersized, but exactly the type of player that we were looking at. That's what Vendetto is saying. And, yeah, I am extremely interested in him. We're kind of just sitting back and waiting on other scouting reports to come through at this point because there are some players that look very nice, but most of them are kind of just mid. They don't really look super crazy by any means. So yeah, we will have to wait and see exactly how the lottery gods treat us this year because there are some top players at the beginning of this draft class, but we will have to wait, obviously. And we just have no low elites this year for some reason. I don't know exactly what's going on with our scouting, but it is what it is. So, all right. Now we're into the final regular season recap and wrap up here. So our team finishes 32nd in the league total there with a 30-49-3 record. Out of our division here in the Atlantic, we were not even competitive. It wasn't even close. So yeah, there's the Atlantic. Central was pretty good. We somehow managed to beat the Minnesota Wild. Don't ask me how, but we did, especially in that last game there. In the Metro, New Jersey was the team to beat with 117 points, and then Edmonton finished with 112 in the Pacific. So that means the Devils are the best team in the regular season. Not bad there at all from those teams. So, all right. As far as scoring goes this year in the NHL, let's just go show our forwards more so than anything, because Levshunov had a good year. He put up 57 points, just a little under that 61 from last year, but to be fair, we did kind of play him all over the place. Belchets was our top scorer there with 68 points this year. Misa and Vasilia both have 64, so nothing crazy at all. And Tuzolino was just an utter disappointment this year. I'm really not happy with how he's performed, all things considered, when he is 102nd overall pick. But hopefully we'll see a bounce back from him here in the upcoming season. And all right, that was the forwards. As far as the defense go on this team, Levshunov was great. DuPont had a fabulous year too, beating his previous record of what was, I believe, 47 points. He was worse on plus minus, but had more assists and more points. And he gets up to an 88 overall now at just 21 years old. Weston Holloway jumped to an 87, putting up 28 points, breaking his previous season's record of 25. And yeah, he scored 11 goals as well, which is crazy. Like, he's got a shot on him. Look at that, 95-85 across. Like, that's... yeah, Weston Holloway's going to be a beautiful defenseman for this team for years to come as well. And then the other guys scored all right. Lankinen was our best goalie with 22 wins. And then Delmore only won the 6, so we probably should have been playing him all season along with Tristan Barrett backing him up. And Timonen had 32, so he was actually pretty good there. So yeah, that was it for our NHL team. As far as the overall league goes, Jack Eichel led the league with 114 points. It looks like Cole Eiserman got injured right at the end there and missed a game. Holloway was the best option. I agree with that. We got the right player there for sure, Real Divinity. And then as far as goal scorers go, Cole Eiserman was the best goal scorer in the league this year, 63. That Cameron Blackburn guy that we opted to not draft ended up turning out to be very good too. 62 goals for him. And then you can see Matthews, Evans, Besser, McDavid all have 50 plus goals. Bedard just misses. Same with Belchetz. And yeah, that was it for the scoring this year. As far as defensemen go, Cale Makar puts up 80 points in 78 games, beating out Hughes, Mintyukov, and of course Fox there. Bouchard was also in that conversation, and Levchinov was not this year. As far as goalies go, Stuart Skinner was your best goalie there this year, 88 overall now and 43 wins. The best save percentage in the league was more than likely Jesper Wallstedt, though, as he just looked amazing. So, yeah, that is it for the league in the NHL at least. Let's go take a quick peek at the AHL here in just a moment. Timonen didn't finish that bad. He was like 5th place in rookie scoring. Brock Cripps looks amazing for Buffalo. But yeah, here's the AHL scoring. So your top scorer there this year were Aku Ratti, Zach Hyman. Zach Hyman's still kicking. That's crazy. JG Pajot, Brock Caulfield, and then Milan Vlasic and Felix Unger-Sorum. Interesting top scorers there. Best goal scorer in the league was Cole Baudouin. Zach Hyman was right there too. Ratu, right? Yeah, I always say Ratty. It's Ratu. You're right. I've called him Ratty for years. Levchinov missed by 4 points. Should have reminded you to switch him back sooner. That's all good. That is all good. So there's the top scorers there for the AHL. Let's go take a look at our Halifax Huskies, see how they did this year. And top scorer there was Marko Järvinen with 70 points, beating out his previous season's record. He looks really good. Samu Pentakainen scores 31 this year, so a few less than last year with goals, but had more points, so can't complain there. Pat Archer had a 51-point season, so very solid from any rookie. We should probably check the overall rookie numbers for the league. And there's the rest of the forwards. Feel free to, I guess you guys can't really pause. This is for me later to pause. Jörg Kirke, 47 points, not bad at all. I've pretty much lost all hope in Harrison Georges at this point, as I don't think he's going to make the league, but we'll see. And then Caden Sanchez wins 45 games. Are you telling me we won 56 games this year? Is that what I am seeing? And that we had an 8 shutout minor league goalie? Holy moly. That's crazy. That is genuinely crazy. Okay, hold on. Let's go look at those goalie numbers here quickly. Because, what? Eric Prince was the best rookie in the league this year. You can see where Archer finished. He was a little ways down. Best goalie was Caden Sanchez, indeed. He had 8 shutouts. Oh my god, Vejmelka had 11 shutouts. That's insane. That's just genuinely insane. Yeah, Sanchez is being trained by Vesfanti. You were correct on that, Real Divinity. It sure looks like it based on how he's played so far. Wow. Okay, yeah, we win 57 games, 117 points. Are we top of the league? We are indeed top of the league this year. That is just a crazy record. My goodness. What a year from the Halifax Huskies. We got good goaltending this year. That's really the main difference there from this year to the next year. Man, oh man, though, what an insane performance. The Chicago Wolves were bottom of the league. Meanwhile, the Halifax Huskies were top. And yeah, all right, what a year it was. Give him a dirty Sanchez after the season. I don't even know what a dirty Sanchez is. Oh, man. I'm sure you can't explain it in the comments with all the... Well, hold on. I'll just look it up quickly. I don't want to know. I think you might be talking filthy Sanchez, but you know what? Same thing. Pretty much same thing. Dirty Sanchez was from my Google research at least, was a British stunt show, kind of like Jackass or something like that, where they just essentially harm each other, but it would be for comedic relief. So yeah, that's where we're at. You know what? I'm just gonna pop out for a few seconds here, guys. I just got to go to the bathroom, and then I will be right back, and we will continue on with the stream. Okay, we're back. There we go. Alright, guys, so now we just get to advance all the way up to our next scouting date, see how the playoffs simulate out. Actually, you know what? We're just going to be advancing through with the Halifax Huskies now that I think about it. But yeah, they had a crazy record down here in Halifax, like 57, 22, and 3. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy. So, alright. Well, obviously we didn't complete that owner goal. Like, the owner's like mad about it. It's like, yeah, no. All right, what we are going to do though is upgrade these two to at least complete some of our owner goals, because yeah, there's really not a whole lot else we can do. The owner's obviously unhappy, but he's not going to fire us either. So in round one, we get the Rochester Americans, and really this team just simply has to be better. So than last year in the playoffs. So we start off with a loss. Great. All right, game two. Are you serious? We really start off by losing our first two games again? Does this team just have no playoff prowess? Pretty much. That's pretty much what I'm seeing here. So, all right, we might be eliminated in round one yet again. And we're getting drastically outplayed in spite of not... Or we're drastically out shooting Rochester in spite of trailing in the game. Come on, Halifax. We need something here. You guys got to be better than this. You just won the top of the league, and nothing. Great. All right, well, that's another absolutely pathetic first-round sweep, and the Halifax Huskies are looking more and more like their counterpart Newfoundland Growlers here, so yikes. That is not what we wanted to see. Oh, well. It happens, and... that was just bad. That was just simply bad. There's no other way for me to put it there. So we'll simulate on. And yeah, yikes. Just yikes. That's all I got to say about that. So we'll simulate up to May 17th. May 18th was kind of the cutoff date for where we were at. Okay, apparently Stamkos is healthy. Not that it matters at this point. But let's go take a peek at the draft class just before we're done this round of scouting here. All right, and it looks like Chucko may have slid up one rating. Yeah, it does look like that as Zykov fell a little bit. Although Zykov would fit our system just fine here too. Whoa, hello. There's a goalie. Ludwig Modin. Get on our team. Yes, please. My goodness, that's going to be nice. And then, of course, we got Muir, Strudwick, and a few other guys that could be very good as well. Yeah, that's what we were waiting for. 2023 Boston Bruins? Absolutely. Yep, that's exactly what you just witnessed. Just history repeating itself just in the minors. Tuzolino can help carry the Huskies for the rest of his career. He would probably get claimed off of waivers if I'm being honest, but that's what I think at least. And do we have low elites? We have no low elites this year. That's crazy. Usually there's a few here and there, but I guess not. Also, are there any NHL ready top 6 guys in here? There's 2, and they're at the 10 and 9 range. That's it. That's great. Love that. Yeesh. Kind of, yeah, just yeesh. That's it. I got nothing else for how to react and respond. Zamnov looks pretty good. There's a guy we'll probably take even though he can't skate. And then apart from that, I don't really have a whole ton of interest in all these top 4 guys because they're all first round players that are kind of mid. So, oh, we got 2 high starting goalies though as well. Have a great day, Andrew. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Good luck in your baseball game. I'm sure you're going to crush it. Hopefully you'll crush a home run. And yeah, have a good one. All right, looking at the depth of this draft, at least Kyler Denny looks okay. Maybe Dave McTavish. It's a lot of left wingers, and we don't really need any more left wingers. So that's a little bit unfortunate. True, Vendetta. That's also partially the reason why I don't send them down, though, at the same time, is because if we do lose, then I don't want to take that hit. It would probably only really make sense to do right off the bat, so then we have a better chance of winning, but yeah, right now our picks seem to be trending in that 4 to 6 range, and it's probably going to be where we end up losing. All right, and Delmore's back, and the San Jose Sharks just swept the Dallas Stars. All right. That is a good point, though. We probably should be doing that. But now we get to do our final round of scouting and see if we can pick out any more gems, steals, good players, things like that. And it should be good here. Another decent sniper in Zarkov there. There's a couple Zarkovs that look pretty good, actually. I wonder if they're brothers. They might be. Definitely get Kagadorov scouted there again. Anything else? Not really. Getting dragged by the collar. No, what? I'm a little confused on that. Oh, getting swept. Yeah, no, we got absolutely just tossed straight out the door. Yeah, that was an unfortunate finish to the season for the Huskies there. I thought they were going to have another kind of repeat playoff run that we've seen in the past where they make it all the way to the finals. Did not happen this year by any means. So, yeah, a bit unfortunate, but you know what? It's bound to happen from time to time. So, all right. Ty Paulus looks pretty good too, even though he's, again, a left winger that we don't really need. And Mears is going to be great. There's a player I want a better report on is Kiloma. Another one in Layunen. And any others? Antila, yep. And then that's it, so then we'll just continue scouting afterwards like that. Works for me. Fanti should have just gave Sanchez the speech. You want to win? No? Too bad. This should be interesting in here. We're definitely taking Ludwig Moden with our second, maybe third round pick, probably second round pick. Simply because, one, I'm not seeing a whole lot of other players that we'd really want to draft, and that's too dang bad. Did I ever play Slay the Spire? No, I have never played that game. Yeah, I don't actually know what it's about. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Alright, so we'll get that scouting done in the Extraliga. The Extraliga looks pathetic this year. We didn't even need a scout there, if I'm being honest. Like, there was just nothing. Just straight up nothing there. So, you know what? It is what it is. Yeesh, what a kind of garbage rounds of scouting. Like, there's just not really a lot left in these rounds. And the players that I would prefer to scout are all kind of just like... Not that they're not available, it's just that there's a very minimal amount of scouting we can do. Haha. I'll let the door hit me. That was good, Lemaire. That was good. That was very dry humor, exactly what I kind of enjoy. But yeah, we need to get some better scouting done throughout this range here. Ooh, we are definitely scouting Clifford instead there. High fringe, again, like what? Alright, so yeah, we don't get a whole bunch done in the... Don't get a whole bunch of scouting done in the one region there, but that's okay. You know what? I am tempted to relocate this scout just for the time being. A-. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put him in the Central. Just for now. We'll switch it back as of the start of next season, probably. But we really need just some extra scouting in here. Mainly because there's guys like, was it Marshall or was it Clark or who is, like, look at this. There's multiple guys that we want to get additional scouting reports on. I think it was Riley, wasn't it? Yeah, Ryan Riley, who I wanted to scout. Ugh, just making a bunch of weird noises by accident. Alright, so we'll go up to there. That's going to be better. There was nobody I wanted to scout in the East at that point, so... Alright, all of these guys should be fine. There hasn't been a whole lot of like draft steals and stuff going on in the queue this year, so... Or over the last few years, really, so... Lefebvre is going to be good as a high starter. We might draft him. We'll see how our picks align. Alright, 182 will be the next round. And yes, we want to scout Dupuis, and then everybody else after that. Alright. And then we'll go from 211 onward for Begin here. Or Begin, however you say his name. Alright. On to the O. The OHL has got some beautiful looking players this year. I really have to say. Look at this guy too. Ooh, Louis Mestre. 31st overall NHL ready D-man. Would fit our system very nicely. Unfortunately, he's more than likely going to move up rather than down in the system, or in the draft rankings, so... But if he does move down, he will be our second round pick, no doubt about it. So keep an eye on him. We might see something go our way for once, but who knows? Who knows exactly how it's going to play out. But yeah, I can't, like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He looks so good. He would be awesome. 6'4", 198. Like, yes, please. But you know what? We're not going to be in that range, unfortunately. So. $245. All right. Yeah, we're just getting like some really obscure scouting done at this point, so I apologize for how tedious it is for you guys to watch, but it's got to be done for us to actually ever land draft steals. So, I mean, we've already got most of our draft steals picked out, if I'm being honest, but all right. Gotta say, the WHL looks pretty sad this year as well. So we'll go from Brewer onwards. Yeah, like Strudwick's the only good player that's probably coming out of the dub. And we're going to try to draft him this year. So, also Klein actually could be good. We'll have to wait and see. But also what? Yeah, okay. Rich Quick. That's a great name. Rich Quick. He's rich. He's going to be rich if he's quick enough. And then we got all these guys to scout. And I'm already... Okay, so we're going to have to do Arnott on the next round of scouting and then all those later round guys too. Yeesh, yeah, we don't even get up to the 200 mark scouted, and that's with 3 WHL scouts. That's crazy. All right, so we're done our scouting here, and hopefully, we will see some kind of lottery luck since Peaceful isn't here at the moment. So, all right, let's finish this thing off for this season. We got the San Jose Sharks and the Washington Capitals in the Stanley Cup Finals. So the Sharks could potentially be getting their first ever Stanley Cup if they are able to beat out the Caps. And they do indeed. So this year we're going to see the Lehigh Valley Phantoms and the San Jose Sharks win the respective championships. Let's just stop up for a moment here. Real divinity, you're laughing. I mean, to be fair, last episode when we landed 12th, we didn't have Peaceful in the stream because he had a power outage. But we didn't win that one because we were too far out of it. But there is the lottery. There is the there's the playoff bracket there for you guys this year. San Jose goes through Anaheim, Edmonton, Dallas, and then finally Washington to win the Stanley Cup. And in the AHL, the Phantoms go through the Springfield Thunderbirds, the Charlotte Checkers, the Utica Comets, and then finally the Tucson Roadrunners to get the job done there. So yeah, pretty solid playoffs. Let's go take a peek at the awards this year, see how things shape up. And all right, Aku Ratu wins the Sullenberger this year, as well as the Cunningham. Boudwin wins the Marsh. Prince wins the Garrett there with the Eagles. Trudeau wins the Eddie Shore. Vejmelka wins back-to-back Bazes. Radulov wins the Butterfield this year. Pajot wins the Rocket. Pajot wins the Hunt. Fawcett wins the Yannick Dupree. Vejmelka also wins the Half Home. So that's it for awards there. In the NHL, Jack Eichel won the Art Ross as well as the Hart. Cale Makar wins yet another Norris Trophy. I don't even know how many he's at now. He's got to be at like 7. Trevor Connolly wins the Lady Byng this year on Ottawa. Shannon there in New Jersey wins the Calder. Tyler Toffoli gets the Conn Smythe this year. Sebastian Cossa wins the Vezina Trophy. Jake Ottinger wins the Jennings. Logan Stanley wins the Masterton in Columbus, out of all places. Danner there in Colorado wins the Jack Adams. Timmy Stu wins the Selke. And then Jack Eichel wins the Lindsay. And Cole Iserman wins the Rocket. So, there you have it. How crazy do the Sharks look? That's a great question. Let's go take a peek at them. We're not going to have view lines at this point, which is fine. We'll have view contracts, which is better. And, all right, the San Jose Sharks, the Cup-winning San Jose Sharks look... Oh, my goodness, they got a medium franchise Will Smith. That's crazy. But, yeah, they look absolutely filthy, if I'm being honest. They have drafted so well, and then they signed Sam Reinhart to a deal too. They got Anton Frundell locked up for the next, probably, is that 8 years? No, it's the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years at 10 million, so it's not actually that bad. Yeah, they look deep. They just look really deep. They got Sasha Boumedienne. That's a nice team. That is a very, very nice team. Monarchs legend Tyler Toffoli, yes sir, and then absolutely questionable goaltending to win the cup, but I'm sure they are happy that they were able to get it done. As far as the Capitals go, oh my god, they had Shesterkin in net, but then a bit of a questionable team in front of them. So Raphael Lavoie's 89 rated. Like, what? That's absurd. That just does not seem realistic to me. I'm sorry. Like, that's something else. All right, those were your 2 final teams. They must have made a trade with Edmonton or something, but there you guys have it. Let's go take a peek at not the contracts, at the progress reports this year. And, all right, DuPont's 89 rated now. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Levshinov, only 86 rated now, so he had a bit of a downer year, but that's okay. Sanchez is up to a 78, so maybe we'll see him at 80 plus by next season. And then the highest rated player in the system for growth, Archer got up to a 77, Rogers got up to a 72. We like to see that. Those are very nice numbers, and just keep the growth coming. That's all I can say, is just keep the growth coming. So, all right, that is pretty much where we're going to wrap up the edited version of this episode. In the next episode, we will, yeah, I know it's sad. It's sad vendetta there. That's just, there's nothing really we can do about it. But, yeah, we'll simulate up a little further. But in the next episode of the edited version, we will get to the draft. Of course, we will do that all in this live stream. But for any of you watching on the edited side of YouTube, thank you all for watching. I appreciate the support. Of course, show any additional support with a like, subscription, notification, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Alright guys, so there's the cut mark, pretty much right on 2 hours on the dot for my recording, 2 hours 7 minutes for the live stream. Pretty solid, so let's get it rolling here again, which is going to be the episode, what is this, 16 now? That's crazy. I can't believe how quickly we're progressing through this series. It's been fun. It's been really awesome. Alright. Oh no, Peaceful's here for the lottery. That's all good, Peaceful. We'll see what happens this year. But, alright, let's get to it. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanius here. Welcome to episode number 16 of the edited version of this NHL 24 Draft to Glory franchise mode here on my channel. Today we're going to be getting to the 2030 NHL Draft Lottery, and it's going to be a fun one because there is a franchise player at the top of this class. We finished second worst in the league based on last season. If you missed that one, then you can go back and check it out. Of course, the Buffalo Sabres are the only team that managed to beat us out on worst record in the league, as we only won 30 games this year. But let's take a quick peek over at the draft class, because there is indeed a franchise sniper right at the top. And honestly, Carter Nesbitt would be an absolutely amazing addition to this team. There are some other players too. Peaceful says he's getting harassed now because he's back for the lottery every time he's been present for a lottery so far, according to chat and according to him and everybody. I'm not certain if that's been the case or not, but regardless, every time he has been in for the draft lottery, we have lost a lottery. We have the second best odds this year, so we'll see what happens. But here we go. Without further ado, there's the lottery, and we move from 2 to 4. Go figure. Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, the Boston Bruins moved from 5 to 1, so we would have actually been better off being better this year. Of course, no hard feelings. We can't win the lottery every single year. Buffalo got screwed out of it too, regardless. But there's your top 5 teams. Newfoundland's going to be picking 4 this year, so a lot higher than last episode, or last live stream, because yeah, this is a good draft here, and unfortunately, I think we are just going to miss out at pick 4 on Chucko, because Steven Chucko looked really good as far as what our team needed. Maybe, though, actually, yeah, no, we're definitely missing out on Chucko. He's number 2 ranked. So, really, guys, now it comes down to, do we build out this absolutely ultra elite defensive core and take Ivan Zykov with the next pick? I think that could be an option. He's 6'1", so he's not bad as far as size goes. He is an offensive D-man. Or do we take another forward sniper? Like, what's the plan here? Because I would have loved to have gotten Steve Chucko, but we're not going to get him unless he somehow falls in the draft. But he's a gem, so it's very unlikely that the Rangers and the Sabres both pass up on him. The Boston Bruins get Carter Nesbitt, so this is kind of history repeating itself as far as last Draft to Glory franchise with the Growlers in 2022, in NHL 22. The Bruins won number 1 overall franchise sniper that turned out to just terrorize us in the first round, like 3 years later or something like that. But what are you guys thinking? Which player should we be after this year? Oh man, this is hilarious. Peaceful Power A. Alright, still in the top 5, so yeah, it's not that bad. I don't know about that, Peaceful. We won the lottery 2 years ago, so it was unlikely that we were going to win it anyways, but apart from those few top picks, I guess I don't have an ice player scouted there, but that's fine. We don't really need to scout him. He's probably going to be like top 6, so. Alright, apart from those players, let's see, what else are we looking at here? We got Zarkov, who's a gem that we could draft. We have to go with Modin. Ludwig Modin looks so good. He's going to be probably the future of our crease along with Sanchez. For whatever reason, Elijah Simon just didn't get scouted. Wait, was he in the... Oh, he's in the Central. What's going on there? That's crazy. I guess I just missed that. Gage Griffin... Yeah, that's okay. You might be Peaceful, but hey, it's memorable, that's for sure. Alright, we're definitely taking Strudwick, though, with one of the picks, and then we want to get Mures, too, so it's going to be tough to get all of those guys, but we might manage to do it. Then there's those high elite goalies that we're not really going to have a shot at. There's a top 4 guy here in Zamnov who we should be able to get, but we'll have to wait and see. And then after that, not a whole lot else, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, after that, the draft kind of drops off, which, you know, it is what it is. It could be a lot worse. It could be better, too, but it's okay. We'll make do with what we are able to land. And you know what? It might turn out to work in our favor, for all we know. We have no idea how this draft's going to play out as far as how players are going to develop, which guys are going to be good fits, which ones aren't. But let's get on to the retiring players here, and we're going to see Mark Scheifele, Nazem Kadri, John Carlson, Taylor Hall, Mark Stone, Morgan Riley, Brandon Saad, Jonathan Marchessault. Marshy finally hangs them up. So that is a memorable retiree class for us as we lose Jonathan Marchessault. We also see Tyler Johnson, who played years for the Huskies and the Growlers, call it quits. He was definitely a big member. Vendetta saying more sad about Chucko. Yeah, I wish if he had stayed at 4, we'd have a good chance at getting him, but unfortunately not there. Alex Iafallo and Alexander Barabanov also call it quits, so we're losing a bunch of players here. But yeah, Jonathan Marchessault became a legend on this team, no doubt about it. We never had David Kampf on our team, but that's okay. And let's just go and see who else on the Growlers retired. I think that was probably it, but you never know. Yeah, Barabanov, Marchessault were the 2. We don't lose any goalies. I'm surprised Lankinen's still going. He would probably, like, if I was in Lankinen's shoes, I'd be like, nah, dude, I'm retiring. Screw this. As far as goalies go, Brian Elliott won 300 games. That's crazy. And then, yeah, Peter Mrazek, Martin Jones, and Jacob Markstrom all in that range, too. But, yeah, if we look at just how many legends, like Newfoundland legends retired, we had Marchessault, we had Tyler Johnson, we had Who else was in here? Alex Iafallo, Alexander Barabanov. There's a bunch of them. Like, that's 4 or 5 guys there that used to play on our team. Was Sheldon Dries ever on our team? I thought he was. Maybe he wasn't. No, we never actually got him. I thought we did, but that is all good. So yeah, that is it for the retirees this year. But yeah, what a retiree class as far as Newfoundland Legends go. You gotta love that. And we see Kadri and Riley become coaches. And then a whole bunch of coaches retire this year. Do we lose anybody? Maybe? No, we do not. Perfect. All right. So, I don't think we really need draft interviews. I think we're good to go. Let's take a quick peek at the block, see if we had anything go our way, potential and rating-wise, and doesn't really look like it, so that is what it is. And there's a Nigel there. But yeah, Fukale, Kuiper, not really a lot of growth from most of these guys. It's kind of been disappointing, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Swanson hasn't really grown either. Hello, Nigel. What's going on? We've got a very talkative cat in here right now. Come here. Oh, he's busy now, having a bath. So, all right. Anyways, I thought we saw Georgia's drop to like a low 4. I was like, yo. Fortunately, that didn't happen. But yeah, for our draft picks this year, we'll lay out our picks here in just a moment. But we're pretty much ready to get to the draft. I just so wish that we could trade up because, man, Chucko would be a fabulous player for this team. So we are going to just throw on a little save here just in case things crash or anything like that. Come on, Nigel. No, he's not jumping up. Okay. He's just going to sit here and meow at me for minutes, if not hours. So, all right. So we've got pick number 4, obviously, but then we're going to have to work our way through the rest of it. So, oh, what do you think you're doing? Come here. Ow! Take the claws out. Thank you. Okay. So the Bruins will be making the first selection here, but let's see just what other picks we've got available. And, all right. Nigel, what are you doing? There he is. Get your tail out of my face, goofball. Okay, so we've got pick 4 and then 35. So 35 is not amazing. Okay, no coffee for you. No coffee for you. Had to put him on the chair. Yeah, he's very loud. He's usually very loud, though. Okay, so we got 4, 35, 68, 101, 134, 167, and 200. Okay, so those are our picks. Now we get to go through and determine the ranges on these guys as far as where we're drafting them. Okay, so what are you guys thinking? For pick 4, what are we doing? Because it's very unlikely that we get any of the snipers that we were really looking at as far as these first 3 go. So do we go with Zykov or do we go with Lapierre? Filatov's not an option because he's not NHL ready. So yeah, it's really just those 2. So D-man, easy. Okay, as long as you guys think so, then we will absolutely do it. We have enough left wingers, like that's kind of the thing. Stack the D even more. Yeah, we're gonna have a formidable top 4 defense here in the future. Obviously, we could get other guys like Zarkov or Lapierre, but yeah, I think Zykov is the right pick there. Even though he did fall a little bit, I think that is going to be the pick for us. So let's just punch that in. You guys will hear me typing away here just for a minute because we're just laying out all of our picks, of course. All right, so that'll be our first pick. Then after that, at pick 35, I think we're going way off the board and grabbing that goalie just to give ourselves a better chance of getting all those other elite guys a little bit further on. Because, yeah, well, we could get Kaltiainen or Goggle, or there's so many guys we could get. I think the only other guy I would maybe be interested in at pick 35 would be Dallas DeNicola. But what do you guys think about that? Please let Chucko fall. If Chucko falls, man, that would be something crazy. Chucko Falls, that sounds like a place. It's unlikely, but you never know. So, but I think, honestly, we're probably going to go with Ludwig Modin with our second round pick because he's a high elite goalie. Like, I think that just makes sense. Elite out of the SHL, goalie, hybrid. Yeah, we will be grabbing this goalie, no doubt about it. And he's young too, he's 18, so you know he's going to progress into something great. And then after that, we're going to lose our spot here. But after that, then it's going to be one of these next guys. It's going to be Strudwick next, probably. And all right, Nesbitt's 83 overall. That stings. That stings a lot. That one just hurts. That one just straight up hurts because he's such a good-looking sniper. What league did he play in? He was in the O, wasn't he? Oh, man. Cameron Nesbitt looks fabulous, man. Or, sorry, Carter Nesbitt. Looks fabulous. All right, well, now we sit here and pray to the hockey gods that Chucko somehow falls 2 picks. Is it likely? Not at all. But could it happen? Maybe. Maybe it could happen. So, all right. Who else are we going with besides these guys? We might get Zamnov. I doubt it, but we might. So, yeah, we're doing Modian with our 2nd pick, Strudwick with our 3rd, and then Stefan Mears with our 4th. You're probably right there, Real Divinity, but we're hoping and praying because you never know. Okay, yeah, he's probably gone 2nd because he's a gem, so that's more so why. Strudwick, he's a little bit on the small side, 5'11", 179, 18. And, yeah, alright. And, yeah, there's no way... Well, we could get Zarkov with the 2nd round pick, but we don't really need to do that. I'm really hoping we can get Marcus Zamnov with our 5th round pick. Seen the AI skip gems, though. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes teams do actually draft on positional needs, so if one of the next 2 teams needs a defenseman, then maybe. They've got 57 seconds left. I know you guys can't really see it behind the sign there that I've got, but yeah. Sometimes those players do get skipped. It's not very common, but it does happen from time to time. Yakupov. What does a gem mean necessarily? It means they progress and grow a lot faster than other players do. So it means they're essentially going to become a superstar at some point. If they're elite, at least they're going to. That's why I was like, maybe we take DeNicola, but yeah, we'll wait and see. All right, down to the final 30 seconds here with the New York Rangers pick, and we will see how our lottery luck and odds play out here. So, yeah, Zamnov's the only one where I'm really like, okay. A lot of steals in here. There's a few steals in here. A good chunk of them. We can probably take Bazina with our last pick, and Chucko goes. Ouch. Look at how good he is, man. Steve and Chucko would have been... I would have been happy with that. Like, I genuinely would have been happy with... Also, weird. It said he had A+ puck skills, and he's only got a 3-star rating on them. So that was misinformation there. But I would have been happy landing at number 2 and having the Sabres win the number 1 pick because, yeah, then we would have gotten Chucko. So, you know what? It is what it is. The Sabres get the pick next, and maybe Buffalo will take a D-man. You never know. They did just trade away Owen Power, so I'll have to wait and see. But Avery Joseph looks interesting. Again, another gem, so probably won't fall, but you never know. And then as far as we have 3 picks left, so we've got 134, 167, and 200 after we take all those elite players. And I don't know who we're taking in those ranges because, like, yeah, it's tricky to predict and pick out which players you're actually going to land versus which players are going to fall versus, yeah, like, it's just a tricky process planning out the actual draft. And all right, Hans Reason. That's an interesting player by the looks of it. We would have to take him with the 4th rounder. So yeah, for whatever reason we don't get Zamnov, which there's a lot of reason why we probably wouldn't, then maybe we go with that Reason guy. Or Ryzen guy, however you say it. Yeah, no, gems definitely affect how players grow in the future. So not always take gems, but if you can take a gem over another player, like it makes sense for your drafting position, then do it, because why wouldn't you? I don't really want to draft any of these guys like Klein, McTaggart, or Popov, because they're all 20 years old. I'm okay taking this Kyler Denny guy a little bit later. Like, we'd get him with our 6th round pick, but yeah, the back half of this draft doesn't look very good. So yeah, we'll just stick with essentially whatever we can grab. But yeah, it's definitely not the best draft class I have seen in recent memory. They did say it was going to be a little bit weaker, which is fair. It's actually pretty accurate. Yeah, no, he doesn't look bad for medium 9 at all. I can agree with that. Let's actually just go look at those other medium 9s here quickly. Avery Joseph's from the Charlottetown Islanders, so that's actually a very close location. That's very close location-wise to Newfoundland. But yeah, as far as other top 9 guys go here, like, we're looking for later ones. You know, maybe we do take either Popov or McTaggart or Klein or somebody like that. Like, we could take Klein. He looks okay, actually. He's not the worst player ever. Probably a two-way forward, but he's big at least. So, yeah, maybe we do go with at least one of those guys. Let's see if anybody else looks really good with their rating. Not really. And, all right, Joseph goes 3rd. All right, so that is what it is. That's kind of what we expected. And yeah, no surprises there, as all those players go off the board exactly how we expected them to. So yeah, we will be taking the defenseman next. Steven Chucko, man, I wish we could have gotten him. He would have been so nice with the rest of our team and scheme fit and everything. Right winger again, this time over to Q, and then we will get Zykov here. I believe it's Igor. I might be wrong. Alright, so, yeah, with the 4th overall selection, no real hesitation needed here. Ivan Zykov will be the Newfoundland Growlers' 4th overall pick, and he looks pretty solid. Good shooting, good puck skills, decent skating sense, his physicality, and then the defense is a tad bit questionable, but that's why we'd be putting him alongside probably Levshinov. So, all right, Ivan Zykov, welcome to the team. 80 overall. You know what? We can't complain there. He's, of course, number 52. Of course he's number 52. Yeah, he is probably the best for us to take, but, I mean, obviously getting the center would have been better, but that's okay. You can't win them all, so. All right, let's see how badly the Penguins botch their top 5 pick again, and they do it again. God, Pittsburgh, you gotta be better. Boris Filatov is just going to be an absolute bust, guaranteed. If only we could trade up. Exactly. If we could, we'd have a stacked team. It would be stupid how good our team would be. But yeah, no, Filatov gets picked 5th, which is so dumb. And then Lapierre goes 6th, and he looks fantastic. Yeah, he's going to be a nice player for the Coyotes for years to come. We probably, not that we should have taken Lapierre, but we could have taken Lapierre instead, and he would have fit the left wing where Tuzolino's kind of struggled, but you know what? It is what it is. We're going to have this absolutely filthy defensive core for the future, so I am quite happy with what we've done so far and where we've gotten players, so we will just, stick with our decisions. And he's a left-handed. I believe he was Estonian? I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure he was out of Estonia. Oh man, that's mean. That's funny, but that's mean. Trade Tuzolino for Chucko's jockstrap. Yeah, honestly though. Nicholas Byron looked really good. Ty Paulus was really good. Let's see, anybody else? Mestre goes to the Oilers. Oh, that's filthy. Yep. Mestre was the only player that I would be like, yeah, we're taking him over that high elite goalie at this point in the draft. Everybody else, I could care less, honestly. Like, we're taking the high elite goalie. Unless there's an NHL ready guy, which there is not, so. Alright. Yeah, there's Zarkov as well, but we're not taking him either. We are instead going to go with the better potential in Ludwig Modin. And a left-handed Swedish goalie. No real question that we're taking him. Yes, he is only 50 overall, but yeah, no way we were passing up that opportunity to draft a guy like that. Even in the second round, like it's a good pick. So, all right, we'll go over to pick 68 now, and at pick 68, we will see. Well, let's see if anybody else good comes off the board. Ray was okay. Kaltianen was okay. A lot of okay players in round 2 here. But yeah, Zarkov was 61 rated at 19, so that's pretty solid. But again, I get the feeling Modin can grow that much within a season. Just simply based on the high elite potential. Like that just, I love getting high elite players. It doesn't happen all that often, but when you do, oh, it's nice. Oh, it's nice. So, all right, for the next pick here, we are going to go down way off the board, which is okay. And we are going to take Leonard Strudwick with the next selection. And he is a left-handed Canadian. I do track the handedness and stuff like that on these players, so being able to do that is good. Getting an NHL-ready D-man in the 4th round, that would be insane. That would genuinely be insane. I don't think we ever will in this draft, but you never know. Or not just this draft, but any of our drafts. But we'll have to wait and see. All right, so Strudwick's 49 overall. Apparently he wears number 3, so a bit of an interesting number for a winger. And, ooh, Brullier was actually pretty solid there. Let's see how the rest of these picks go. And lots of top 9 guys for the most part. A couple starters here and there. And there was a medium, I think there was a medium elite, I might be wrong. Or a medium top 4 somewhere that I saw, but I guess not. All right, and with our next pick, we are taking Steven? I'm going to say Steven. Steven Meurs out of Denmark and the Liga. And he's a right-handed sniper, which is a nice change of pace. We don't really have a lot of right-handed guys on our team to start with, so yeah, taking a right shot left winger in the 4th round, sign me up. Sign me up all day. And he's 48 rated, so nothing insane, but we will take it. And all right, now we get to simulate all the way over to the pick where hopefully we're going to get Zamnov, and I doubt we did, but you never know. All right, so Shores is a high starter, 58 rated, so pretty solid there. And then there was another high starter somewhere in here too, if I'm not mistaken. Did he not get picked? Hold on a second. Did that high starter not get picked? Oh, let's go. Marcus Zamnov is the next player available. Okay, I think we have to take him. Unless... Did I just miss where that other high starter got drafted? I think I did. Yeah, no, I absolutely did just miss where that other high starter got picked. So, oh, there. Lefebvre, right after us, pretty much. Only 47 rated, so we'll take the medium elite all day over that. But we are definitely going... Rough year for the centers. Yeah, it is, but you know what? It's okay. We can't load up on centers every single year. It just is what it is. But yeah, we're definitely taking Marcus Zamnov. We need a top 4 player in the 5th round. Like, yes, please. He's probably going to fill out the bottom end of our defense here within the next few years because he is big. He's strong. He's a little bit slow, but that is all good. He's a 5th round pick. So Marcus Zamnov, 49 rated. I like that. Number 48. That's a bit of a cool number. And I totally missed the player numbers on all of our other guys because I do try to pick out our player numbers so that they all work nicely. 31 for Modin. Strudwick was number 3, which was I said I did note that was an interesting number. And then I never got Muir's number, 25. Okay. All right, so he's too big. You think so? Or he's big too. He's big too. Sorry, I read he's too big. But yeah, Zamenhov's going to be nice for where we get him. As long as he can develop over the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to be fine. So, all right, we see Popov get picked there. Same with Klein. I get the feeling, yeah, Reason's gone. He would have been pretty nice. Or Eisen, however you say his name. And a lot of low 9 guys going off the board. McTaggart was pretty nice too at 56 overall. Clifford was a backup, so good thing we did not pick him. And then for this next pick, we're going to just skim over a whole bunch of these players, and we're going to go for the guaranteed medium top 9 at pick 191 there in Kyler Denny. He is 19, but for a left-handed Canadian player, we'll take it. He's 64 overall. That's actually really good. Second highest rated player we draft this year by the looks of it, unless we get somebody crazy with the next pick. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Canadian, and then yeah, for our last pick of the draft, I really don't know who we're taking at pick 200. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm actually very happy with that pick because Denny might turn out to be something. I am wondering, did he play 3 years? Nope, he is actually 19. Sometimes it'll say they're 19, they have a late birthday, and they're actually turning 20 because it'll show 3 years worth of WHL playtime. Ooh, this guy was kind of good, Dante Drake. Not bad for a late round pick. And then, all right, Edler was pretty sad looking. Same with Perrin there. Denim Denny. Interesting nickname there. I am interested in this Connor Fisher guy. We might look to draft him. As again, he's young. He's 18. He's only played 1 year, so. Apart from that, though, not really a whole lot else. All right. I am indeed peaceful. Yes, 3 p.m. Friday is going to be the next stream date. That's the only time I can. So, all right. You know what? Let's just send it on Connor Fisher. I think that's the right call, unless you guys see somebody else where you're like, no, take this player instead. Like, I just don't really think there's anybody else we need to take here. Yes, yeah, correct, peaceful. 3 p.m. Friday. So. Like, I don't really want to go with Yakupov. He's going to be like a low 7th, maybe, I don't know, low, I don't even know. Go risky, you think so? Like, I want to go kind of risky as far as taking Fisher goes, because he's only 2 bar. But he's a guaranteed grinder, which a grinding center in our bottom 6 wouldn't be bad. We're really kind of drafting based on team needs here at this point. We all love being risky at times. Yes, that's true. It's true. But yeah, I don't know who else we'd go with here because he's 18. Like, he's not a super risky pick if he doesn't turn out, but what do we need? We need depth. Absolutely, we need depth. That is the main thing. You like Fisher? Okay, I like the feedback. Will Vesey, I have no trust in. Grinders are good. They can be good. They're perfect for the bottom 6. So let's go with Connor Fisher. That's going to be the pick. And he's spelt kind of normally for Fisher. He's a Q pick as well, so that's not bad. Center grinder. He's big. 6'3", 202 at 18. All right, let's see how Connor Fisher turns out. Probably medium bottom 6. Yep. But you know what? That's okay. Too late. We already did it. That's honestly one of the first bottom 6 players we have picked since we started, like since we did the year 1 draft. Grinder's usually good for the draws. Yeah, he's got 63 faceoffs already, which is pretty good considering he's only 52 rated. But you know what? Let's see. Oh my. This game. Dude, this game. Are you kidding me? Miles DeMello that we had like no scouting report on was just immediately a better player, and he was 58 rated. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Yeah, he is going fishing for ice time. Yeah, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Oh my god. Oh, wow. That was probably my biggest miss of maybe the whole series so far. Ouch. Oh, that one stings. Like I thought not winning a top 3 pick here stung. No, we got an 80 rated D man out of it still. Not picking Miles DeMello. Ouch. Oh, Jesus. That was bad. Yeah. I got nothing. I got no response. I'm just shocked based on the fact that the next player was a 58 rated low elite playmaker. That, hold on, is he 19 at least? Because if he's 19, I don't feel quite so bad about it. Yeah, he is 19, but still. Yeah, dead. Dead. That killed me. That just killed all my hope and faith in my scouts. Because DeMello was in the OHL. I think he's, to be fair, we were missing some later OHL picks, but oh my god, that one just, he was probably showing up as like low bottom 6, even though he was probably only like 1 bar scouted or something like that. I'll have to go back and look on the recording. Oh, is that another Harrison Georges? There's another Harrison Georges, this time drafted by the Montreal Canadiens. Honestly, probably going to end up around the same overall rating and career path by the end of their careers. Only problem is that we took one in the 2nd round. Montreal got to take theirs in the 7th, so... Oh, Jackson Humphreys is kind of nice with it, too. What a pick by the Capitals. Oh, his long-lost, twin brother also named Harrison Georges. That's hilarious. All right, so that was it for the draft. Apart from that one botched pick, we did pretty good, so... Yeah, I'm not upset with the draft. We got 4 elite players still. And what do you guys think? Do you think we should, because we already have a number 52 in Weston Holloway. So we do 25 for Zykov? Do we do, like, well, we can't do 25, sorry, that's Teravainen's number, but do we do number 7? Do we do number 4? Do we do, like, what number do we give him? I kind of like number 4. I think that would look really good on him, but we will have to wait and see. 55 for Zykov. Okay, interesting. That is a very, very much a defenseman number. And PRV was the last pick there. But yeah, you know what? Our first 4, 5, our first 6 picks were really good in that draft. It's just that last one just stung. Just stung. It's the only way I can put it. We essentially just shot ourselves in the foot with that pick. We could have had a low elite guy. And instead we did not get a low elite guy. So yeah, honestly, pretty good draft still. We have a D-core for the ages now. This team is just going to be so absolutely amazing once we actually get to the point where they're all progressed, and I take the blame for that, lad. No, it's all good, peaceful, no way. What you should be blaming yourself on is the law. No, I'm kidding. That's... Jokes, all jokes. You know what? We were destined to not win a lottery here. We've won 3 at this point, so I'm all good with where we're at. And honestly, this team is looking very, very good for the future. I'm all here to get bullied, trust me. No, you're good, Peaceful. We appreciate you being here, even if we don't win a lottery from time to time. Exactly, Real Divinity. We love you, Peaceful. That's why you're still here. That's why I haven't banned you from. I'll ban you for like 3 minutes when we're doing the lottery. There, how about that? That's there's an idea. No, all jokes aside, though, that was a great draft. Still, we landed some fabulous players here. You look at our unsigned group of players, like. We've got defense galore here coming up. We're going to be just fine. Every time I've seen the lotto, you've lost. Yeah, exactly. It's all good. It is all good. Because we still got our number 1 picks that we needed. The ones I never saw, we won. Yeah, exactly. And that is all good because you look at the number 1 players we got. Like, Vasilyev has kind of not been great, honestly. Like, he's been okay, but hasn't been the best player on this team by any means. And then DuPont's the real deal. He's going to be really good. He's only 21 and already 89 rated. And then, we've got Weston Holloway's actually looking really good too. I'm very happy with how his progress has gone. And all right, what do we got for extensions coming up here? Now that I'm looking at it, we're going to be able to extend, I believe, Holloway and DuPont after this season. Yeah, so that's going to be good. And yeah, we have got a team in the works here for sure. Like, Sanchez is now pushing NHL status, which is great. Delmore should be playing in the NHL. That's where he will be playing because we need him to play there. But never met a peaceful masochist. What is that? Masochist? I don't even know what that is. Oops, almost hit the wrong button there. Okay. Anyways, we are to the off season. We're gonna get some re-signing done, and this coach is definitely not signing an extension with us. I can pretty much guarantee that. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe he will. Maybe Alan Ludeman will. So we'll demote this guy just for now, put him as interim head coach, and then he'll pop down, which will be fine, and then we'll just rearrange all our staff. And then this guy wants to be the AHL head coach, which is awesome. And then we will sign this guy as whatever position he wants in the coaching staff, for the AHL at least. And then we have got a ton of scouts to re-sign. So let's get it done. I'm pretty happy with how the drafting and scouting and everything's gone so far. We've landed the majority of the draft picks and steals that we've wanted. And we've only missed on a few, like a very small handful of players and picks. So gotta fix my scouts as well. Yeah, it takes some commitment to actually get your scouts fixed and going. But once you do, it's totally worth it. You're gonna have nightmares about Fisher. Yeah, me too. That was that was a pretty brutal one, but you know what? It happens. So can't really be that upset about it. But yeah, we will be extending DuPont and Holloway this upcoming year. Both had great seasons, so they are probably going to be a little bit expensive. But that's okay. Oh my goodness, Michael Carcone's 84 rated? That's crazy. What kind of a season did he have in comparison? Yeah, 37 points. That's a guy we're going to keep around for as long as we can, and I have no problems doing that. Sean Walker will probably get an extension here again. It's just a massive one. But yeah, Ivan Zykov is going to be yet another addition to an already strong D-core that's hopefully going to be a stacked D-core here in a year or two. So you know what? If we have that insane a top four, yep, you are probably correct on that. All right, we'll pay Kuzmenko as much money as we can with the two-way contract. Robinson's stuck around for a long time, so we might as well keep him around for a little bit longer. I am just interested now as to which players are we going to have to release to clear up space for other guys that we've already signed, things like that. Yeah, we got a few guys, Castles and Goudreau. Anybody else? Swanson. Yeah, we gotta sign Jay Swanson, get the stash set up. That's going to be a fun little thing to do here. And then for goalies, I think we want to... Do we want to sign Bobolev? More than likely over Svitov, because Svitov hasn't really played at all. He hasn't played since 2027, so I think we release him. I think we're probably going to release Barrett as well. Actually, maybe not. Maybe we release Kevin Lankinen at this point. He's 35. He only had 3 shutouts and an 889 this year. Only 3 shutouts. That's actually like his best season ever. Okay, but we are going to release Kevin Lankinen, in all honesty. We're going to release him. Carcone, there's a couple guys he doesn't like on the team that are kind of shoe-in regulars. So yeah, we'll release him. Then we'll re-sign Barrett. And we'll re-sign Svitov and Bobolev, and then that should be 6 goalies for now. We're just going to do 1 year for Svitov because I just don't really trust that he's going to grow. Bobolev will sign, but we might end up buying him out if he doesn't grow. And then, yeah, we got Ryan Fanti there, so that's all good. unfortunately peaceful. Artemi Panarin retired 2 seasons ago, so no Breadman to sign, unfortunately. As much as I wish we had him, or had the opportunity to sign him, we simply can't. Fanti for the win, though. Yes, he is still going to be sticking around, and then we're going to sign Stamkos for sure, because he's looking okay now. Like, he might be a bottom, like a 7-8 defenseman by the time we get to him being like 28, 29. We'll see. He might actually make it up to there. But yeah, at this point, we now have our top 3D in DuPont, Holloway, Levshinov, and then we're going to have Zykov and Kirka as well. And it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. 3 to 4 years now. Yeah, exactly. Like, sometimes he retires super early. Other times he just sticks around forever. Like, it's hard to tell what's going to happen with the retirees. So, Darren Radish coming off an absolutely massive year. Honestly, he's been pretty good for us. Like, we might re-sign him. We'll see about that. But as far as our defense goes, do we even really need Sean Walker at this point? Like, I'm looking at it, and we have Holloway, Zykov, and Zamula all on the left side. Kirka is a right-handed shot, so he should probably play right side. But then we have DuPont, Levshinov, and either Colin or Kirka. And I think we're good. Fanti needs more NHL time. We could do that. We could definitely do that. And then what we'll do, I think... Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Yeah, the D is so stacked now. It's going to be good. But what I'm thinking for the goalies is that we'll run a Delmore, Barrett, and Fanti threesome in the NHL, and then we'll run Sanchez in the AHL to just dominate for one more season. Unless he's like 82 rated by the start of next season, then we'll run him as the minor starter again. Because Delmore is also a minor starter, but this way we should be able to get a pretty questionable record out of all of those guys unless Ryan Fanti just goes off. Fanti's the man, not Randy. We'll see. Fanti might be the man, but we are going to have Delmore in for a lot of it too. So what do you guys think? Do we extend Sean Walker just as more of a cap-eating contract? Like, he was 19 mil this last year, which was good for what we needed. Logan O'Connor was also a big chunk of change, but he was actually pretty good, so we'll sign him to 1 year if he wants to sign. We'll see. We definitely need more right wingers though as well. Like, that is an area where we are pretty heavily struggling. Captain Canada, how's he doing? He's actually looking pretty good. Where is he? Rogers, just a little further down. He grew to a 72, so he's looking pretty good for where we got him. I'm quite happy. He had a monster season. Check pending free agency. I did that before the very last day last season, and we bought out 3 players that we didn't need to. So, yeah, but Cole Rogers did absolutely amazing. So he's going to be getting AHL time this upcoming year. As far as the other left wingers go, I don't know if we're signing any of these guys in here. I think we should sign. Well, Sherwood doesn't want to sign, so we'll probably have to pay him a lot. But Myers wants to sign. Well, how are we doing on contracts? We had 5 additional contract spaces. So yeah, we'll sign Zahorna and we'll sign Myers. And all right, centers. We're pretty set on centers. Tiemanen's going to need an extension here coming up soon too. That's going to be good. We will sign Castles because we drafted him pretty recently. He actually did all right, 63 points this last season, so can't be upset with that. And all right, let's just advance a couple days, and then we'll go check out the free agency and everything, or the pending free agents and everything. We get our coaches back. We don't get Wise back, so we'll have to go and offer him another contract. We do get Myers, Robinson, Kuzmenko. We don't get Logan O'Connor. We don't get Blake Lizotte or Michael Carcone. All right, that kind of stinks. We do sign Rogers. We don't sign Zahorna. We do sign Goudreau, Castle, Stamkos, Georges, Barrett, Svitovs, Pavelev, Zykov. All right, so we got most of those guys. But there were quite a few expiries that we didn't get still. So we're going to go and sign Michael Carcone to a 1 year, like $4 million deal. see if he can actually really perform as a middle six player this year. That's what we're kind of aiming for with him. Logan O'Connor, we're going to drop a little bit more. He said he didn't want to play for the team. All right, so screw him then. We'll let him go. You know what? Fair enough. We gave him his bank, gave him his payday. But that's the thing, is those guys will sign cap-eating contracts, and it's not really a big deal. We'll go $1.5 million for Lizotte for next year, which I think is fair. Zahorna needs more money, which, I mean, fair enough. And then we want to sign Swanson and Valacrete. Those guys might progress still, so that's why we're going to do that. And, alright, I think we're going to release, we'll release, not Sean Walker, we'll release Logan O'Connor. Get out of here, Misa. He didn't want to play for us anyways. Goalies are all good. Alright, let's advance another day. We get more scouts back because that should be good. Of course, Michael Carcone signing a $4 million deal. And, alright, we do get pretty much all those guys, so we're down to just these three. And we have $33 million in cap space, so we need some cap filler contracts here. Otherwise, we're going to be not very good anyways. Lol O'Connor. Yeah. What are we doing? Pending free agents. All right, what are we looking at here? Anybody really good that's unsigned? Was Trocheck undrafted? No, he got drafted by Florida. Yeah. Nikita Kucherov's still around. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly. That's why we didn't keep him. We could get Artem Zub, but that doesn't make any sense because we need forwards more than defense. Dakota Josh was drafted, unfortunately. Yep. Anybody else? Nashville got Parsons late. Yep. Same with Evans. That's our Sean Walker. Yeah, not really a whole lot for undrafted guys this year. Like maybe, no, even McBain's drafted. Man. We could get Jack-Eye, but I don't think we're going to do that either. Was Paul Cotter undrafted? Nope. Nothing in free agency. Yeah, exactly. So I know James Stefan is, so we could probably get him because, yes, he is on Washington, but if he makes it, I don't think he will make it to free agency. Yakov Trenin was a second-round pick. Why do I think he was drafted later? Asplund was also a second-round pick. Man, I am just missing on these. Is that Cole Sillinger? Oh, man. Cole Sillinger did not turn out. Was there Brock Caulfield there? I didn't see him. My bad. I might have missed him. I didn't see him there. What position does he play, though? He's a right winger, isn't he? I might be wrong on that, but yeah, I'm not seeing him there. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to go like this. We're just going to sort by potential and sign up a few. Oh, Lane James is there, but obviously we can't go for him. Yeah, there's very few players that we could actually sign in here. Yikes. Yeah, it's just not a very good group of free agents this year. Usually it's better, but I guess not. All right. Armstead got drafted. Yep. Felkman got drafted. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Yeesh. Okay. I guess those are pending free agents. Let's see where Brock Caulfield is. I'm interested in this. Top 9, I think. I think Brock Caulfield's a top 9 player. Holy, look at how good Gavin McKenna is. I haven't really looked at the top players in the league here. Ryan Rubrick hit medium franchise, not surprising. Gavin McKenna's 94 overall. Connor Bedard looks filthy as well. DuPont's going to be good, though, still. Like, I'm excited for him. Evans, oh my goodness. Joey Evans hit medium franchise, too. Of course, you know, James Higgins did. That kind of makes sense. There is a lot of... McKenna is not better than Betsy by like 1 rating. Yeah. 2 years difference though as well. But yeah. There's some crazy players in there. Adam Nemec is a high elite. We probably should have drafted him. That was unfortunate. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. How is Matvey Michkov not signed right now? What is going on there? Yeah, that sounds very nice. Probatal looks really good on Calgary, my goodness. Anyway, sorry, we got a little distracted here. We're looking up Caulfield. That's a great question. I don't know. Sometimes he just regresses as he gets older. Caulfield's on the Predators, and he's 79 rated, so... we might be able to sign him. Hold on. Peaceful saying he's the only reason why the Wild are in the NHL. Yeah, you're probably not wrong there. Oh, no, that's not entirely true. They actually have some pretty good players. Nang, Preds, yeah, I know. It's all good. Alright, we're just going to re-sign this guy, give him a better role. Should be enough to sign him. Yeah, we'll see, Ben. I think we might get up to that defensive group at some point. It's going to take a little bit longer, but not much. Like, really not much longer, honestly. I think we are giving the captaincy to Levshinov this upcoming year, though. I just think that is the right call, in spite of Vasilyev and DuPont and some of these other guys being really highly rated. You're in 2034, though. Yeah, so give it 4 more years, and then we'll see. Alright, let's just make sure all my scouts are looking good. Are they all signed? Looks like it. Beautiful. Alright. So, I think we're pretty much ready to, excuse me, hit free agency here. The only other thing we're going to do is we are going to go and just drop some massive dollar amounts on these guys because we need to fill some cap space for now. He had a point on half the Wild's goals. Yeah, that's fair, Peaceful. Like, the only argument I have is they have drafted really well in the past few years, so that's my only argument, saying that, oh, like, maybe he isn't the only reason they're really good, but he's a main reason why they're really good. I can't argue with that. Okay, we just did $19 million for, what's his name, Sean Walker, and we're going to do, like, $13 million for Kiefer Sherwood. I think that's fair. We'll go, like, 13.5. Boldy is super underrated. He's such a good player. I'm so mad the Oilers did not. I'm so mad the Oilers did not draft Matthew Boldy over Philip Broberg. Like, that would have been fabulous. All right, so we get Logan Wise. We should get these 2 guys. Yeah, we do. All right, so let's send him to free agency. Excuse you, Logan Wise didn't sign? I thought he said he did. Okay, I totally just misread that then. All right, well, let's look for an AHL associate coach, and I guess we'll go with... Yeah, that would have been something. These coaches all suck. Like, they are not good. Here's a question for you guys. Do we dare put Ivan Zykov in the AHL for a year? What do you guys think about that? Do we let him just cook down there and just take out the entire AHL and be the best player there? Because that could be an option. Like, that's kind of how I'm thinking right now. Because he is 80 rated. He's going to be good. He's signed guaranteed. Ben, you say yes, okay. Anybody else that thinks we should leave Zykov in the AHL and just let him cook for a year? He might. He might develop faster. That's what I'm thinking. I think that might not be a bad idea. Yeah, that's where my brain's going right now. All right, we are going to have some pretty big contract extensions to sign here. They're not going to be big, but they're going to be like, yeah, we got some money. We got some money to throw around here. Yeah, Vasilyev is turning medium elite soon. You were correct on that. We all know that's coming. It's sad, but it is what it is. So, all right, let's get to the contracts here. We're going to do these extensions to end off the video because DuPont and Holloway. I kind of wonder if Vasilyev would have grown if we had hit him with like a 2 or 3 year contract. That is the one thing I'm thinking. Yeah, it shouldn't be so low, and it is, so it's just because he hasn't grown. Oh my Jesus Christ. Um, yeah. Yeah. Landon, buddy, you haven't even scored a point per game yet. You only have... He doesn't even have 100 points yet. Holy Jesus, I thought we were doing well on our cap savings, and it's all immediately going to go out the window. Don't tell me he wants a lot of money, too. Yeah, okay. I can get behind a... It's going to be under $9 million, but I can get behind a contract that looks a little bit more like this. All right, let's go 0.85 times, what does he want? 9.45 million. You know what? It's just over 8 million for Weston Holloway. I can get behind that. It would be at 8.0, I don't know, 8.05 million. This is a good contract. I'm fine signing this one. $8 million bucks. That's going to be fine. I've got no problems with that. But man, oh man. Yeah, this is... Shit. Alright, we'll sign Weston Holloway for that price. We have the money to sign DuPont. I don't want to pay him that much. Let's see what we can get him for like 1 year. Do we dare? He's 89 rated. He's going to get better, but $17 million is far too much. This is tough. This is tough. I don't know what to do here. Try for it. Well, let's try. He wants 17.175. It's a $14.6 million contract at the end of the day. DuPont is going to be our number one player. There's no question about that in my mind at this point because he's the one guy, but... Ugh, this is a tough one, man. This is a really tough one. No, the thing though is that if we hand him a 17 or a $14 million contract as a 21-year-old, he might struggle a little bit. Yeah, okay. You know what? We're gonna just let it roll for now. That's my call. I'm not listening to everything you guys have said because half of you said sign him now, wait, do this, do that. McCarr's making 17, so that is the one thing where it's like, okay, well, it's not that bad. But that's the thing is DuPont is gonna be the next McCarr essentially. So 14.6. Bro wants McCarr money and he hasn't won anything yet, so. That is the problem. He's going to be our best player. I have no doubt about that. It's really just more so a matter of I don't want to pay him that much. This guy, though, look at this. Joey Evans, man. I am so jealous of the Montreal Canadiens right now. And they've got Caden Lindstrom, and they got Lane Hudson, and they got this Karenin guy, and like Montreal's loaded. Montreal is freaking loaded. But yeah, it's a $14.6 million deal for the next 8 years. That will take him until he's 29. If we're paying $22 million of our total cap space, to be fair, the cap is almost $100 million now, but yeah, the house being stacked, you love that. I got that. I got that peaceful, but $22 million for our top two defensemen, what is going to be our top two defensemen in Holloway and DuPont, honestly isn't that egregious, because if you went 11-11, if they were both franchise guys or something, great, fine. It's just we're putting a lot of money into our defense. Yeah, it would be 14.6. He won't sign anything less. I can pretty much guarantee that, but do we dare? Do we dare? He's trending the right way. Like, I have no problems with that. It's just a matter of, it is such a big chunk of the cap space. Is Ben still in here? Ben, are you still with us? How much money is your Landon DuPont making in 2034? That's what I want to know. How much money is he making? Because I know you said he was dominating the league. I don't know. I'm torn between, yes, he hasn't played that well, he doesn't deserve this money, and this is going to be savings in the long term because he's going to get better. Man, I just don't know. I just don't know what we want to do here. Let's do Timonen. This one's going to be a lot more straightforward. Yeah, that's fine. That's a lot better. We will do that one, obviously. 8 years at under $2 million, yes please. At the rule of 85 at 1.975, we're looking at a it's pretty much 1.7. So yeah, we'll slap on a let's go 7.5 just to be generous. Man. All right, that's probably the best call I've seen up to this point. All right, we will do that. Thank you, Vendetta. He's still going to be like 11, 12, 13 million, somewhere in that range, but we're going to sign this Rainbow Timonen deal for the next 8 years because then he's 30 by that time. Man, that's just tough with the contracts there. Like, that is what we're going to do, is we'll play Landon DuPont as a top 4, like he'll play second pairing minutes along with whoever we've got. It's probably going to be second pairing minutes with Kirka, more than likely. That's going to be the case, and then or Zamula maybe. It'll probably be Zamula. So then that'll bump down his performance, which, see, I'm just scared to do that too, though, because if we mess up his progression, then we're fucked. Like, simple as that. Sanchez could be a very nice extension. We're going to wait on that one as well just for now because I don't know exactly how well he's going to play. And yeah, I don't know exactly what we're going to sign him to yet either. We're going to wait on that one just a little bit longer, but you know what? Sanchez, yes sir. He's looking good. Like, we could sign him for that and I wouldn't be opposed to it, because long term he would probably be the best goalie that we have apart from this dude who's at the very bottom right now. Is going to be 3 to 5 years anyways. So if we have him signed up to that kind of deal, I think we're going to be fine. What do you guys think about Caden Sanchez? Do we dare offer him the $5 million contract? Do we just offer him like a 2-year extension and then pay him out big when he's like winning 50-plus games? I think maybe we pay him out 2 years. Like, that's probably going to be the best. Give him that like $1.25 million extension, not even. The only thing that's tricky about... Actually, it doesn't matter because it's going to be next year anyways, so... Let's go 1.15 for Sanchez for now. Just for 2 years, and then that should work out nicely. 2 years at 1.15. I'm a little hesitant to pay out really big money on guys that haven't actually proven anything yet. And that's why DuPont isn't getting a contract yet either, so... Yeah. I'm very happy with the Raimo Timonen contract. I think he's going to be a great 3-4 center for us for years to come, especially considering the fact that he already put up a 32-point season in his rookie year. Like, we're going to be just fine. Okay, so that's all we're doing now for contract extensions. That's pretty much where we're going to wrap up this video. But yeah, you guys are saying... Alright. Yeah, if we pay DuPont 14 to 15 million, and yeah, exactly, if he only grows that by that much. I love the comment section. You guys are great. But yeah, all right, let's advance just a couple days here, see how things progress. We get that Vaclav Prindis guy as a coach, and then obviously we're not making any trades, so we will get Timonen for that $1.75 million for the next 8 seasons. It's going to be great. And then Caden Sanchez, 1.15 for the next 2 years. That's going to work out nicely for us as well. And all right, I think that is where we're going to wrap the stream up today. Thank you guys all for watching. That episode is definitely getting titled Cap Struggles, no doubt about that. Like, I don't know what else we would call it besides, yeah, like... That's going to be such a tough payout to figure out over the next season that, yeah, I'm not sure how it's going to go. If DuPont is like 92, 93 rated by next season, then there's a better chance that we're gonna pay him out that much, but yeesh, that's all I can say. Holloway game-winning goal tonight for the Oilers. Let's go. That's what I'm hoping for, Vendetta. We'll see it, but or we'll wait and see if that happens, but... Yeah, man, what a live stream that was. A bit of a crazy draft. We got a little screwed on the lottery this year, as it would have been nice to land a top 3 pick. Didn't happen, but we get a very good player in Zykov. Actually, I forgot to show you guys or do a few little player edits here, so we'll do those nice and quickly and then wrap up the live stream. But DuPont negotiation struggles, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So, all right, let's flip over here. Hold on, we missed Zykov, so let's go take a look at Zykov because he will be. I want to put him in the AHL next year. I think that is the way it's going to go. DuPont negotiation struggles is probably the way to term that. And you know what? We're going to go with all true for Zykov. That's what I'm feeling right now. I know we have a lot of guys with Warrior stuff already, so I'm kind of feeling the true gear. I think that's going to be a little bit more stand out. And which ones look the best? Probably those ones. We're going to go with that. And then for his stick, we're going to swap out the Bauer for a true as well. And I'm going to go with... kind of feeling this one. So let's go with that one. You guys are saying give him number 55, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, the negotiations are truly difficult for trying to speculate and figure out how things are going to play out and everything like that. But yes, here's our newest first-round pick, Ivan Zykov. He's going to be rocking the goatee. He'll like that. And, of course, it's cleanly shaven, but we'll have it fully grown out for the playoffs. And, yeah, that is our newest player that we got in round 1 this year. He's going to be great. I'm really excited for him. I am wondering, Jorg Kurka is here. We are going to edit him as well, give him number 91, because we talked about doing that, and I think that is the right call, as he does wear number 19 preferably right now, but we'll swap that out. So yeah, there's Jorg. He's gonna be good. I like the equipment style right now. It just kind of seems to all flow together, even though it's all different pieces of equipment for the most part. And then let's go take a peek at his style. All right, no beard because he is, I believe he's German if I'm not wrong, but you know what? Because he's German, we're gonna give him the full-on beard when we actually get to that point. All right, we're gonna rock with just nothing for now. Maybe as he gets a little bit older, we'll start slapping the thicker beard on. But he is gonna be. We're gonna give him the full beard growth potential for the playoffs, if we ever make the playoffs. But yeah, there we go. All right, you guys are heading out. Yeah, rebuild's almost done. It's getting close for sure. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Have a great day. We're just finishing off these last couple little player edits here and there. Of course, the last one I absolutely have to do for you guys, wherever it is, doesn't look like he's in here yet. Once he's in here, once we get Jay Swanson in here, then we'll do the Swanson stash. But that was the other one that I thought might be available and just isn't quite yet. But yeah, that is going to be it for me. Thank you guys all so much for watching. It's been a heck of a stream today. And yeah, playoff bound. Let's go. Manifesting it. We're going to be ready. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I will see you all in the next one.